Oh, that explains then why so many people.
Hey guys, we were talking and realized that it wasn't broadcasting live. We're just going to discuss any true crime cases that you guys wanted to tonight. And Angel Eyes, if you want to come up, the link is there. You'll have to copy and paste it because I haven't been able to figure out how to turn it blue where you can just click on it and come right on the stage with me yet. So love to have you guys come up and we'll discuss any of the true crime cases that you want to. Brenda, how you doing?
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, this is my grandson, Caden. He's been helping me set this StreamYard up, and we're trying to figure it out, him and I. He's trying to teach me how to figure it out, I think.
Yeah, it's tricky, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're good,
It
Brenda.
It is tricky.
We're good, Brenda.
Yeah, we're doing good. We'll post this link. Paste. You may have to copy and paste it. If anybody wants to come up and be on the panel with us tonight, we'd love to have any of you. Angel Eyes, Bad Ash, I think is her little boy is getting ready for school, and they're having early mornings now, so I think she's trying to stay away from the real late night stuff, and I understand that completely.
Yeah.
But Brenda, if you'd like to come up, you and you and Angel Eyes are more than welcome. There's the link, and you'll have to copy and paste it, and then we'll be glad to bring you up, and we'll talk about any of the cases that you want to tonight. I keep hearing, I've probably heard this 1.5 million times about Nancy Guthrie's husband, her and her husband owning all these. I've heard everything from copper mines to uranium mines, but nobody has ever been able to show me any proof of that. They said, oh, just Google it and you'll find it. Google says nothing about them owning any mines, that the searches that I have done. And hey, Major, how you doing? There's Justine. Hey, Justine, you want to come up and chat with us about some of these cases? I know you just got off of your live, and anybody that wants to come up, we'll bring you up. I'm trying to learn StreamYard, so you have to be patient with me. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, you know. I know you just yeah. You just got off of your stream, whatever. So, but be glad to have you to come up. We'll discuss the Nancy Guthrie case, or the missing scientist case, or the Ohio 16 kids case. Any of them that you guys want to come up and discuss, we are here to discuss it tonight.
I'm his grandson.
Yeah, this is my grandson. He's the one that some of you probably remember me saying that I was flying out to Oregon on in the 1st of June to see him and his twin sister graduate. She's got a little bit more hair than he does now, but they are twins. He got a haircut today, so I've been ragging him about it. Now it looks good. He decided to get it cut short because he had long hair.
Yeah, I figured it was time for a change.
Yeah, time for a change. A lot cooler, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dries a lot quicker.
Are you guys hearing me okay tonight?
Hi, Mustang.
Hey, Mustang, how you doing? So anyway, I thought we'd just kick around some ideas on these cases that we haven't been able to figure out tonight. And if anybody wants to come up on the panel, they can come up on the panel, and we can we'll have a live chat with the guest. And if nobody wants to come up, then we'll do something else, I guess. But love to have some of you come up. This is my second night on StreamYard. I'll think of it in a minute. And it's rather hard to figure out, I think, all the stuff that goes with it. But we're slowly figuring it out, or
Yeah.
Kate's slowly figuring it out and showing me how to do it. But love to have somebody come up. Bad Ash was brave enough. She came up Tuesday night and chatted with me on my very first. She was my very first panel guest. So if somebody else would like to come up, Angel Eyes or any of you, Pretty Little Clues, Justine, I know you want to come up and be my very second guest. But anyway, we're just trying to see if we can get StreamYard up and running. If I can get StreamYard up and running, and then we will talk about whichever case you guys want to talk about. I'll tell you what I know about it, and some of you guys may know more than I do about it.
Hey, Francis.
Hey, Francis, how you doing? So, anybody brave enough to come up and chat it up with Caden and I? Caden was looking into the missing scientist, one lady in particular.
Yeah.
And he's got some info on that I was going to let him present tonight because he knows more about that case than I do.
Yeah, Amy Eskridge.
Yeah.
She's claimed to have been, before she unalived herself, she claimed to have been hit and burned and injured by some kind of energy weapon, which
might have to speak up a little bit.
Which she says lines up with either like a radio type wave weapon or microwave type weapon. And there's the same SUV parked outside her house for like 3 days, I think, while she was getting just more ill and ill. And she also, funnily enough, ran the Institute for Exotic Sciences and researched advanced aerospace concepts, such as like how to propel rockets up into space. And a lot of people believe that she was having plans and stuff engineered that would make like the way rocket engines are nowadays completely irrelevant, which would make a lot of people lose money. A lot of people invested in that business. So it's pretty suspicious how she posted a video of herself, literally too, right before she unalived herself. It was like 2 weeks before or something, claiming and showing her injuries. She had like burns and stuff on her arms and like lesions and stuff. It was weird. It was definitely weird, and it was only age 34 too.
Hold it a minute. Go ahead. We'll put the link up again. You may have to. Here's Brenda. She's coming up on the stage.
And funnily enough.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Jim.
Hey.
Hi, Jaden.
Hey, Brenda. How you doing?
I'm good. Just chilling, but I did the same thing like a week and a half ago. I needed help on StreamYard, so I thought I'll help.
Well, I was about to unalive myself.
Right? Yeah. Call in one phone, accept the other.
Yeah.
How are you? I made my boyfriend do it. I was like, babe, no one's coming on. Will you just do it? Just accept my link phone.
Hi, Brenda. How you doing?
He did, and then a bunch of other people came in the chat. So then I was like, okay, babe, I'm done with you. Thank you.
Angel Eyes just joined us, Brenda.
Oh, hi, Angel Eyes. Angel Eyes is getting so close to 300 subscribers. Earlier I looked, it was 9 more needed. That's it, 9. So if anybody, out there watching this on replay or live, please subscribe to Angel Eyes and Jim.
It's
And if you
8
have
more
another
now, but I got somebody else.
subscribe left in you, then hit mine. But do them first.
Well, I was just gonna. I thought I would just discuss any of the cases that anybody on the panel wanted to discuss tonight. My grandson, he was researching some of the stuff on the missing scientists, and
that one really interests me.
Oh, really?
I don't know much about it, but I'm like, someone needs to look into that one because it's very intriguing how so many go missing, and pretty much like the same scenario, right? They don't take their wallets, their phones, they just like disappear. Some of them turn out, unalived. And then I heard that there was also in other countries it was happening too, like China.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's fact or rumor, but yeah, I also heard that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that they were having that kind of problem over there too. But it's just really suspicious that so many of these people would just walk away from home and then they find them. They find them months later or whatever, unalived. Some of them they've never found.
Right. I had a few crazy theories that came to mind. The first one being like an old sleeper cell hypnosis that they all received a phone call or something and a code word was said and it triggered some drop everything what you're doing, leave your identification, walk out the door and meet at a predetermined location. Mm-hmm. Then my second crazy thought was like back in German-Russian war days, other countries abducted their scientists to bring them like this way to help their nuclear programs and whatnot, rockets. And could there be some kind of reverse thing happening where another country is coming and abducting our scientists?
Right. Well, that's very possible.
Right? Those are my two out there crazy theories.
Mm-hmm. Either one of those I could say is very, very possible, but that either one of those could be happening. I mean, there's so much weird stuff going on in this world today. Nothing surprises me anymore.
A year ago, I would have said I don't believe in coincidences, but like we get nothing but these days.
That's true. I had been.
I agree.
I had been concentrating on some of these. If you followed my channel, I've been concentrating on some of these kids that's been unalived or just disappeared or whatever. And because kids hold a special place in my heart. This one here is my grandson. But I raised him and his sister until they were 10 years old. But he's more like my kid than my grandson. But it's just really upsetting what's happening to our children in this nation right now. I mean, so many of them go missing, and the way you look at the Summer Wells case, Summer Wells been missing for over 5 years now, and I don't know whether they have any leads or not. They claim that there's leads still coming in on her case, but 5 years and no arrest, to me, that's a cold case. But and then you got for Sebastian Rogers, I went to Tennessee and searched for him. I was there for 3 days. And what surprised me in his case was I was no more than 8 miles from his house at a Staples printing off flyers, and nobody that I talked to had even heard of him. I stayed in a hotel that was just probably 5 to 6 miles from his house. The people,
it's shocking sometimes when like the people, you still see to this day that don't know about Nancy, or in this case, like they don't know about, and it's like, you do such good work, Jim. Like, keep the great work. I try to catch your streams whenever I see them on. I like that you're always out there doing different cases, and keeping us up on stuff we were unfamiliar with most of the time until you cover it. So thank you, Jim.
I did a couple cases that was right here close to my home in West Virginia. I did the one case on Brenda Lambert. Was a young girl that was 22 years old that disappeared on her son's first birthday party that night. And we people around here pretty much know what happened to her, but they just can't prove it. And I did that case on a live one night, and then I did another case that happened right here and I went and searched for this girl too, and that was the Kiera Jackson case, and she mysteriously was found unalived hanging in her basement like 5 days after she went missing. And the mother's boyfriend and the mother was both arrested, and her sister had found her journal at the school, and in that journal she had wrote in there about all the stuff that what they called stepfather, but they wasn't married, her mother's boyfriend had been doing to this kid that was 14 years old. And it just made my heart, just made you mad that something like this could happen to an innocent kid. But there's so much of that stuff going on in this country that most people never even hear that story. Of course, I live in a small town in West Virginia, so unless it's a major story that happens in this town, it's not going to go all over the nation. But still, yet all these kids deserve to be found and to have justice for whatever happened to them, and whoever is responsible for that, for them being a victim of whatever crime was committed, they need to stand their day in trial and be prosecuted for it.
Right,
Hey,
justice
Angela,
for all the children. I'm
yeah.
gonna hop off, Jim, so I can listen and do two things at once. But you added me
Okay.
to the panel. Good. You added Angel Eyes. You got this.
All righty. Well, I thank you for coming on, Brenda.
Yeah,
Of course. I'll come back another time when I'm more prepared to stay and chat.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Have a great
Hey,
night,
Misty.
everyone. Thanks, Jim. Nice to meet you,
Dee.
Hi,
Jaden.
Brenda. Thank you.
See you.
Hey, Misty and Dee and Patricia and Bruce Davis. How are you all tonight? Anybody want to come up on the panel and chat with me and Angel Eyes now? Brenda signed off on us, but we just trying to figure out StreamYard, so y'all have to bear with me because I'm still learning it.
Yeah,
Slowly
it can be
but surely.
complicated at times.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't figured out how to, when you go to share the link, and you might know this, Angel Eyes, you are pretty low clues. Justine might be able to tell me how to do this. When I share the link, it doesn't light up in blue where the guest can just click on the link and go right straight to the backstage. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong on that. You have to copy and paste it like you guys did. Do you know what the trick to that is?
You should just, like, when you go to copy it, hit copy, and then it'll let you put it into the chat in the StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I did, but it's not coming up lit up in blue where you can just click on it and go right straight to the backstage. It's coming up in just black where didn't you have to copy and paste it when you came on?
No, I just clicked your link you put in chat.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, it's not like, was it lit up in blue on your end?
I don't remember, but I just clicked the link and came on.
Oh, okay.
You did it right. Sounds like.
Okay. Well, it wasn't lighting up in blue, and I thought, that you're just going to have to copy and paste it to come up. Anybody else? Justine, you want to come up and chat with us for a few minutes, or Dee, or or Misty or any of you guys that's in the chat tonight, I will send you the link again. Angel Eyes has informed me that I was doing it correctly, which is hard to believe. Oh, there's Patricia.
So what case we talking about tonight, Jim?
Any of them you want to.
I thought we were talking about the scientist just a minute ago.
Oh, we was. My grandson, Caden, has been doing. Patricia, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. My grandson's been doing some research on the missing scientists, and he's got one here that he's researched. You want to talk to him about it, Caden? This is Caden.
Sure.
This is my grandson. He's visiting me. Him and his sister are twins, and they're visiting me from Oregon. And he helped me set up StreamYard and try to get this up and running. So,
Well, I'm glad you went to StreamYard because StreamYard's a whole lot better than Studios.
yeah. Well, YouTube Studio, the thing I couldn't figure out with it was if you could bring guests up like what we're talking right now, and I don't think you can with it. If you can, I never could figure out how to do it.
Yeah. You mean Studios? Yeah, that's why a lot of people said they didn't want to go that route.
Yeah. It's easier than there's Misty. Let's bring her up on the stage too. Hey, Misty,
Misty,
how
I
you
get to see you
doing?
again for the second time in an hour.
Hey guys, what's
How you
up?
doing? How you doing tonight, Misty?
I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing good.
I'm seeing Angel Eyes and Patricia again.
Yeah, Patricia.
Yeah.
and
Well, I
this
just
is
said
my
I seen her
grandson,
and
Kate.
I was on panel with her an hour ago. Not even.
Yeah, I knew you guys. I was on Pretty Low Clues for a little bit, and then I had to come over and do my live. I try to do my lives on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. It seems like that's the less load capacity night. Everybody's on, Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays and Saturdays and whatever. So I said, well, I'll just go on and do my lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's cool.
And
But
so,
I'm so intrigued about the missing scientist.
Yeah.
It's a horrible situation, but I'm so intrigued by it.
it's
That's what
it's so,
that's what we're
it's so
talking about, Misty.
suspicious or unusual that it's unbelievable. How can this many people out of one occupation just decide to unalive themselves or to go missing, and nobody knows what happened to them?
And it's very strange that
Yes, it is.
many of the ones that have been found look like they unalived themselves. But did they? Did they?
I don't know. The one lady walked out into the woods and apparently unalived herself by a pew pew into the back of the head. And I said, I've seen a lot of people working EMS for over 30 years. I've seen a lot of people unalive themselves, but never in the back of their head.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's just so much it's almost unbelievable. It's like, are they trying to convince us that we're crazy or that we're just stupid enough to believe this?
How
Right?
many have been found unalived themselves?
It's like over 10.
There's
I
been
think there's
several. There's been several. I'd say 8 to 10 anyway.
Huh.
The biggest ones is Amy Eskridge, which she posted a video on her YouTube like 2 weeks before she unalived herself.
And I watched. Yeah,
She
I
was
watched
claiming
them.
that she was hit by some kind of energy weapon. Like, we cut out there?
I don't know what we're doing.
Is the Wi-Fi back?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is good. It's this is the problem with StreamYard. Go ahead, Caden.
Oh, and she was in the video. She would show burns and lesions she had on her arms and stuff. And the same SUV was parked outside her house for like 3 days as she was getting worse and worse. And she already was she worked in like anti-gravity research and rocket propulsion research. And she claims that it was a weapon similar to like some kind of microwave or radio wave weapon.
Yep.
Which would have caused similar effects as to that. And also there is rumors about that she was in plans of making like a new type of way to propulse rockets in the orbit that would make like the old way basically not even worth it. And there's a lot of money in the old way, and people are like, especially investors, they have an incentive to keep their money. And she also ran the Institute for Exotic Science and researched advanced aerospace concepts, which is already pretty weird that she's related to all that with this happening. And also, in a separate development, this was later, 2 years after her death in 2022, a Norwegian government scientist built a portable microwave device in 2024 and tested it on himself, and he experienced neurological symptoms such as vertigo, headaches, and memory loss, matching those symptoms reported by individuals who claimed to have been struck by a similar energy weapon.
So scary. It is so scary. And then I remember hearing about one that, I'm sorry, were you saying something?
No, go ahead.
I remember one, she was hiking with her friend, and her friend was just above the trail in front of her, and she turned around, and her friend was just gone.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I heard that case that you're talking about too, Misty.
And then there's been so many that seem to be an unaliving of themselves. But like you said, Jim, it's a scenario where there's no way they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
especially people as smart as that.
Yeah,
It's really
these people were brilliant scientists, all of them.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
you just don't think about people with that high of education, and of course then there's a lot of security clearances and all that stuff when you're working for the government that goes into that too. But you just don't think about those people unaliving themselves unless that job that they're working in is so stressful that they just feel like they can't handle it anymore, and they can't talk about it because they're under all these security clearances. And but I'm like, how does this many of these people? How does this happen to this many of them?
Exactly. All scientists all of a sudden going missing. Some found presumed to have unalived themselves, and some still missing.
Right.
All across the world, all across the U.S. from California. There's 2 from Mobile, Alabama. I'm in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
To up towards New York. There's so many. Like this is not just a coincidence,
Right.
in my opinion.
That would make 3 in Alabama then, because the Amy one I was talking about also lived in Alabama.
Oh.
Were you familiar with that case, Misty?
No, I can't
No.
say that it was.
Okay.
I'd
I
have to
think
look
she
back.
was up around Huntsville, Alabama. Wasn't that right, Keith?
Yeah, Huntsville.
Yeah, she was. She worked at. I dated a girl that was from Alabama, and we went up to Huntsville and visited the Rocket Museum up there at the base.
Mm-hmm. I've been there before.
Mm-hmm. And I think that lady worked in that area there. Is where she worked, the one that he's talking about. So that means
So there's been 3. There's been
Mhm.
3.
in Alabama. Not to mention, she explicitly stated to her friends and everybody that she was not like in a bad mental space or anything. And a fair bit of the scientists actually have said that, and it'll still be ruled an unaliving of themselves, which is kind of odd if you ask me.
Oh, it's very odd.
Because I feel like, you
Not
know,
odd. It is weird as no.
they're
It's
best friends. Like like Amy's best friend literally pointed out how suspicious it was, and and weirdly enough, her dad was, he was really deep and a really high up there scientist as well. He just comes out and is like, there's nothing suspicious about her death at all. When everyone else and her close like friends and stuff are saying it's really odd because she loved life and stuff.
I may have heard of this one. I know of the male. I know of one
Wow.
female. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Patricia. Mate,
I think it's odd because all these are scientists and all of them got something to do with weaponry and all this other stuff. And then Nancy gets gone, which got the minerals that we need for the war. I think all this is tied together. And maybe if these scientists went to work and they're saying, well, look, now y'all might, you know what's might happen to you if you do this job, you take this job, and they take it and they get so far, and then say somebody overseas or something finds out what they're doing, and they come and try to take them. What are you gonna do? You gonna go with them, or you gonna take yourself out?
but it's so crazy that it's scientists, and it's like these.
Well, I'd rather take myself out than having to go over there and live and be
I love you,
mistreated.
Patricia.
Huh?
I said I love you, Patricia.
I love you too.
Stay down there. Stay down there.
Down there.
Down there. I
Yep,
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Tell Misty to say right.
Right,
right.
right, right.
RIGHT. I used to love how my girlfriend would say it. She said right. I said, what? First time she said it, I thought she was saying riot. And I was like,
Oh, right.
I said, what? Tracy, say that again. You know what I mean? I mean, right there, or whatever. It's funny how the
Right there. And
accent.
some. Let me get some ranch for my salad. Let me get some ranch.
Okay.
I only say that because people like make fun of me when I say it.
No, I wasn't making fun of you.
No. I don't mind it. It's just one of those words that I know people are like, oh, you are definitely
Hey.
Southern.
Everybody makes fun of when I first went to South Carolina. They said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "West Virginia." And it's West Virginia. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's right west of Virginia," because they act like they'd never heard of it before. Everybody said, "I knew that accent. You was from somewhere else." And I said, "Yeah, I'm not from South Carolina." But I lived there for 30 years, and these guys was born there.
Can you imagine? I went to California, and people were like, "What? What? Where are you from?" I said, "Alabama." Oh, they were like, "Oh, okay," and it put a smile on their face.
Yeah,
I
Well,
love where
Mike-
I'm from.
Mike
Jaylene, I see you, girl. I see you, girl.
Hey,
Jaylene,
Jaylene,
in the
you
chat.
want to come up and chat with us?
I'm not ignoring you.
I didn't even see her pop up. But it's funny how different states, the accents are all
Yeah.
completely different.
And
just
it's like other people from other states are like, I wish I had an accent, or I don't have. I was like, well, girl, to me, you do.
Yeah, that's right.
If you're not in Alabama with a Southern accent, you got an accent to me.
Yeah.
Well,
I love it. I love it.
I've been in North Carolina all my life, and they think I'm from Kentucky or somewhere.
No, Patricia, you sound like you're from Southern Alabama,
Do I?
and I love it. You sound like you're from Southern Alabama.
Mike always gives Patricia a hard way to go about the way she says maters and taters.
Maters and taters.
Laters and taters.
Maters and taters.
That's okay, Patricia. We all fit in the puzzle somewhere. I don't know where Angel Eyes went. I don't know whether he got kicked out or whether he just left.
He said his cat stepped on his keyboard a while
Oh,
ago.
the cat stepped on his keyboard. I can send my dog up there to take care of that for you. I got a dog who, I'm just kidding, Angel Eyes, don't get mad. I got a dog who does not like cats.
See,
Yeah.
Jalen says, I don't have an accent. I bet you do, girl. I've talked to you. I've talked to you on the phone. You have an accent.
Mhm.
Everybody has an accent.
Hey, Heather,
Everybody does.
how are you
yes.
tonight?
Heather, what's up?
Just some people are more laid back with their accent than other people.
And the country accent is just so prominent. But
Yeah.
we own it. We own it. We love
That's
it.
right.
There's
You know, I
the-
don't think I could go to California.
Hey, Heather, how
Really
you
don't.
doing?
Patricia, we're going to take a trip to California together.
I couldn't go.
Yes, you can.
I couldn't put up with them girls out there. No.
Oh, Patricia, you fit right in.
Oh no.
See, that's the thing in California. No matter where you are, nobody notices anybody.
The way them
You can,
girls thought
you
they'd
can
be on
scream
my
to the
nerves
top of
so
your lungs
bad.
and nobody's going to look at you.
The way they talked out there, they'd be on my nerves so bad I'd be cussing them all out. It
They
put me in
wouldn't
a
pay
loony
attention.
bin right
They
now.
wouldn't even pay attention, though, Patricia. They wouldn't even look
You're
at
seeing
you.
that now.
For the scientist.
Angel Eyes is back.
I don't know. Not familiar with that one.
What's up, Angel Eyes?
Not
I'm
much.
not
I was
for
gonna
sure,
tell you
Doug.
my cat kept on my phone. She does this thing where she likes to like get all like rub up against me, and somehow she managed to step on my phone and it said, "Well, you're off."
Obama syndrome.
I thought you blocked me earlier. I could
Does
not see
seem
you
to
in the
be
comments.
No,
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Oh, I think something was wrong with Wayne's.
Jim,
comments.
did you
I
ever
couldn't see
find
some-
out that Charles had some mines down there in Mexico?
I
No.
know.
No.
Oh, it's just so much.
Well, I just Googled it and it popped right up for me. That's how I found out.
Is Justine coming? Or not Justine, Jaylene? There
It's
she
Jaylene.
is.
Jaylene,
There's
are
my
you?
girl.
welcome to the craziness.
What's up,
Hi,
Jaylene?
Jaylene.
You're on mute. You're on mute,
Wait a
Jaylene.
minute, she's muted.
She ain't
Unmute,
gonna
Jaylene.
do
You're muted. No, you're not. You shouldn't be muted now. Hey, Jaylene.
Did I get hit? Hi. Turn it down.
Hey, Jaylene. Hey, Jaylene, girl.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
So glad you joined.
Oh,
have
dealing
all
with
the
my
kids?
daughter having a headache.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Give her children's Motrin. That's the best thing I have ever found.
I
I'll
just
tell you
gave her a
the story.
time and
Yeah, I was
all.
gonna tell you, I'm never ever blocking you. So just for the record, you know this.
I'll tell you the story about I went to work one night and I had a terrible migraine. Had it all day, but I didn't have anybody to fill in my shift, so I went into work. So I went over to the trauma center, and one of the nurses over there was a friend of mine. He said, "What's wrong with you tonight?" And I said, "Man, Brian, I got a terrible headache." And he said, looked over at one of the nurses. He said, "Fix him a Motrin shooter." I said, "What?" And he said, "Just trust me." And
That
so,
cocktail.
huh?
That cocktail.
Yeah, a Motrin shooter. What it was, you know, the little 30 cc med cups that they have in the hospital. I know you're familiar with them. The nurse came
Absolutely.
back with one of those completely full of Motrin, children's liquid Motrin. And
I
he
bet
said,
there was more than Motrin in there.
no, there's just Motrin in it.
No? Okay.
And he said, take this and see if you ain't feeling better. Within an hour, that migraine was gone.
There you
I
go.
couldn't believe it. I have children's Motrin in my refrigerator upstairs right now. I keep it all the time because if I catch a migraine coming on, especially if you catch it when it's coming on early, I don't know what it is about the liquid children's Motrin, but it'll knock a headache like that.
Makes you wonder what we're giving our kids, don't it?
Well, whatever you're giving your kids is working. Of course, I'm taking more than, like I said, it was a 30 cc syringe. I mean, a 30 cc medicine cup full. But I had never heard that term before. And Brian turned me on to that. He was the head of the trauma center at MUSC in Charleston, South Carolina, where I worked. And he said, take this and see if you don't feel better. And I swear to you, within an hour, that migraine was gone. And I had been fighting it all day long. I had thought about calling out that night because of it.
Interesting.
Knocked it right out.
Now that's one place I'd like to go would be Charleston.
Oh, it's
They
hot.
say it's pretty down there.
It's pretty, but it's hot.
Down there.
Yeah.
It is so
I've been
hot you can't breathe. Don't go in July. Don't go in the last part of June, July, August, or the first part of September. It'll be miserable and you won't enjoy it.
You know
I
what?
know I've been down to Georgetown. It was all right, you know. They ain't got much down there, but they said that Charleston was something else.
Yeah, Georgetown's not. There's not much in Georgetown.
You
But
know
I
what's
did like
weird?
to go. I did like to walk the boardwalk down there and see the boats and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Charleston's a very historic city, and of course
They got a
it's right
college
on-
too, I believe.
Do what?
They got a college too, I believe,
Oh yeah,
called
they've got
Charleston College or University or something.
College of Charleston. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. College of Charleston. That's it.
And then also the Citadel military school is there too in Charleston, South Carolina. And then you got
My husband's daughter, she's a paramedic down there in Charleston.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to high school with this beautiful, like, she was a year behind me, but she is a nurse practitioner in Charleston or in South Carolina.
yeah.
It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's the city and everything is very, very pretty, but it gets so hot down there you cannot breathe in the summer. I mean, you know, I used to take in the summertime, and I worked at nights when it was cooler because once I got on night shift, I was like, man, you couldn't budge me off a night shift. But I would take an extra shirt with me every night to work, and usually before that night was over, I done changed into that second shirt because I just if you're out in it at all, you're gonna get drenched in sweat. And then when I got my breathing problems, that really added to it because you can't breathe in that heat if you got any kind of breathing problems whatsoever. It's not the place to go.
Yeah.
When I came back here to West Virginia, I can breathe 90% better, even in the hottest part of the day or the summer here. Because down in Charleston, you'll have 100+ degree temperature, just air temperature. And then you got 100% humidity on top of that. And, you know, well, when I was down there, I went down there when I flew out because my brother kept my dog while I flew out to Oregon to see these guys graduate. And he was working on a dock on the back of his house, just a little dock to fish and stuff off of. And so I went there, was trying to help him with that. And it was 101 degrees. and with the heat index, it was 116 with 100% humidity.
Oh, geez.
About 15 minutes of that, and I was like, I'm sorry. He goes, no, go back in the inside. I said, I can't. Because I was like trying to breathe and do anything, and it's just like it's not the place to go if to visit it in the fall or even in early spring is ideal. But if you go in July or August, you're going to pay for it. You better really be used to the high temperatures and high humidity because it will put a hurting on your body.
And that humidity, that's what does it. Oh,
Exactly.
that humidity. Oh, you just cannot.
Because
bear it.
I mean,
You
it's 90-degree days here in West Virginia, but we have 30, 40, 50% maybe humidity. Down there, you got almost 3 times that.
I tell you a little secret, Jim, that nobody knew. I used to live in Louisiana for 12 years.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
And now you're in Indiana, right?
yeah. Where the temperature was 72 degrees today. And then it went from 72 to 81 real fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're starting to get storms here.
What was that?
It's thundering here now.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're supposed to get rain here, I think, tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah.
Misty, was you in Wayne's chat today at all?
Yeah, I was there. You didn't see me. I didn't see you in the chat.
Yeah.
But
I was there because I was on panel with him, and then I made him mad earlier because I kept saying, "Roll Tide." He's like, "Angel Eyes, knock it off."
did he block you from the chat?
Pull your chair over here, King.
I always say, "Roll Tide," and he gets so mad about it.
He's a strong Georgia fan. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
go Dogs all the way.
Yeah, him and Patriot.
Because he asked me,
Mike and
Yes, yes,
because he
yes.
asked me why I don't root for Indiana. I said I root for SEC teams because football is better in the South. And so when he brings up Dogs, I always say, "Roll Tide."
Roll Tide. Yes, I tell him too. He won't block me though. He won't do it. I got
you're
you.
talking-
I got you.
You're
Well,
talking.
Jim, if I was you, I would have. If I was you, I'd have your grandson look to see if he can't find any connection to Nancy and them scientists and stuff. I still think there's something there.
Yeah,
don't know.
something's weird. Something's very weird.
From what I've been able to research on Charles Guthrie, is he was a mining engineer, which we knew that, and
Yes, we knew that.
he was working for a different company, a company that owned the mine in Mexico. When at 40, I think it was 46 years old, he had a massive heart attack and died in the mine. And there's all kinds of rumors going on. I've heard rumors that he was in a mining accident and got killed, and that's not true. He had a heart attack. He died at 46 and left Nancy raising 3 kids all on her own in the house that they had bought, I think, in the early 70s.
Well, she lived in it for 50 years, so that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. I think they bought it. They bought it somewhere in the 70s. I think it was the early part of the 70s. And
Boy, it would be something if that's where Nancy was at, down there where he passed away at.
I don't think so. Patricia, I think she's going to be found. If she's found at all, I think it's going to be within a 10-mile radius of where she lived. I don't think she went out of the state. I don't think she went out of the country. I think she's buried in the desert there somewhere. But that's just my opinion. I don't know that for a fact. But I researched it. I did Google searches. I did Yahoo searches and everything. And I cannot find any hard evidence that says that they ever owned any kind of a mine. Everything says he was a mining engineer, worked in those mines. Now his family way back in like the Great Depression I think, owned a coal mine in Kentucky, in Harlan, Kentucky, when they had that mining disaster down there. And a lot of people blamed his family with it. And they was sued over that by several of the families. That's in there, but I cannot find anything that says they've ever owned a coal mine,
No.
a uranium mine, a tater mine, or anything. You know, I don't think he's ever owned any mines. I think he's been a mining engineer for a long time because that's what he went to school for. And but mining engineers, what they do, just because you're a mining engineer doesn't mean you own a coal mine or any kind of a mine. Mining engineers, what they do is they're hired by these mining companies to come in, and they're basically doing like a survey and testing in the mine to try to find out where whatever the mineral is that they're trying to mine is. And they're paid pretty good bucks for it because they're working underground just like the coal miners or copper mines or whatever mine is. But
that's what come up when I looked. It said that he owned the mine and worked. He was an engineer and he owned the mine and he worked in his own mine. And said the mine was a copper mine.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you my opinion on that, Patricia. A lot of stuff's on the internet that's not true. And you know, I can go on the internet and put anything on there. And just because I say that he owned a gold mine and was mining gold, that don't mean it's so. But
I mean, they brought up like 3 or 4 people, and I had to look to see, you know, who he was married to and all that stuff. So you know, it was up and under Google. That's all I can say.
If you find that, send it to me.
Okay.
I'm not able to find any of it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mining.
I was researching it probably over an hour tonight, and I've been researching it for 3 or 4 days before because everybody was talking about how Doug, for one, was talking about how they was linked into the uranium mines and they owned a uranium mine. I cannot find it. If somebody has the proof of it, please send it to me. It's my email is yahoo.com.
Okay.
And, can you put my email address in there? And they if you find it, send it to me because I have not been able to find jack squat that said that they owned anything, any kind of a mine at all. I could be wrong. I mean, there could be something, but I haven't.
I mean, it could be too, you know. But I mean, that's what I just looked it up and it just popped up.
Yeah. And like I said, all mining is not for gold.
Well, they said that the copper mine has got you. Once you find copper, the uranium's close.
Have y'all ever heard of Red Mountain?
No.
Yeah, I believe so.
No.
Here in Alabama?
I believe so.
There's some very interesting spots here on Red Mountain. Old mines.
Hey, Laura, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you popped in there.
I know around here they dig for lithium.
Hey, Wayne, how you doing? If anybody wants to come up on the panel with us and chat about any of these cases, there's Doug. Doug might want to come up and tell us what he knows about.
A lot. He said Monica Reza, one of the scientists, was the reason that the U.S. was independent on Russia.
Go ahead, Mr. Talk about Red Mountain. Go ahead. I was listening to you.
Oh, I was just saying there's several spots on Red Mountain where it's an old mine. I'm not saying that anything happened there, but it's an attraction that is very interesting.
Yeah, I have a real good friend. I went to school with him, and we were worked the fire department together. And he ended up in Indonesia. Indonesia's got the biggest copper mines in the world, and they're in a civil war over there. And matter of fact, he married a girl from Indonesia, but he's back here in West Virginia. Excuse me. He's at West Virginia University now teaching, but he said that those guys that worked in this mine, in this copper mines, were great with ropes. He said they could tie any kind of knot, hoist anything up or down, whatever that you ever wanted. But Jeff said that when it come to anything else, like he ordered all this bunker gear, fire gear for them to wear. And he was going down the line handing out helmets. By the time he got to the end of the line, the first guy had already put his helmet back in the box that it came in. He was like, no, no, no. And so he go up there. And so he said every time he handed out like a bunker coat or bunker pants or boots, by the time he got to the end of the line, the first three is already packing theirs back up because they didn't want to wear them. And but he was in Indonesia for, I guess he'd probably been there 50 years or so. And he was the head of the EMS and fire. And they had their own helicopter at that mine and everything. But he said that two of his paramedics that worked for him were from Australia. And they decided to go into town one night and get a beer. And they went into town and ended up getting in the middle of a shootout between the two parties that's having the war in Indonesia right now. One of his paramedics got shot like 5 times. The other guy was hit in his leg. They got the mine. They flew the guy that had shot the 5 times. They flew him out to another country to try to get him to a hospital that had a level 1 trauma center. He died in flight. And he said that's how dangerous it was. He said the little area that they lived in was real close to the mine, and he said we didn't dare venture off from that. He said because if you went into the nearest town, he said you were taking your life in your own hands. And that's the bigger, y'all can research this one, Patricia. That's the biggest copper mine in the world. And I didn't even know there was copper mines in Mexico. But there could be. I'm not
Now, y'all, this storm's messing me up. I can't hardly hear. I'm gonna hop down and watch you on TV. But
Haters and taters, I hear that wind. Be safe. Be careful. Be safe.
all right. Well,
All
y'all
right,
do the
Patricia,
same.
thank
I
you for-
love you.
Be careful, Patricia.
Thank you for coming on tonight. If you find that info, just email it to me.
I will.
All
we love
right,
you,
hon.
Patricia.
You have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
You too.
But he was working at the largest copper mine in the world, and they mine a lot of copper in Indonesia. And but the mine that he was working at was the largest one in the whole entire world. But he said
wow.
it was so hot in there in those mines where they're mining that copper. I'm not for sure exactly how they do it because I haven't talked to him in length about it. But they use some kind of fire in the mining of the copper, from what I understood from him. And he said that, he said it's just boiling hot in there all the time. And these guys work in there with, no shirt on and, short pants and no boots and all this stuff. And he said he didn't know how they could, but he said those guys knew how to tie ropes and knots and all that stuff, tie off stuff like best probably in the world. He said, but they knew nothing about the other safety, about what could happen if that mine caved in or what you're going to do. And he said it was just a trip. But he was over there for like 15 years, and he just came back to the United States here probably in the last 2 years. And he's taken a job teaching at West Virginia University now.
Doug's going to join you.
Okay. But
I'm glad
yeah,
that the mine didn't cave in. And
yeah. He didn't have any mine cave-ins, but he had that paramedic from Australia. He said both of them were from Australia, and the guy got basically shot to death in the Civil War. He said, but they knew better than to go. He said they knew better than to go into that town, and he was real upset with them when they got back. Hey, Doug, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Jim. Thanks for having me up.
Oh,
Hey, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
we need some of your expertise.
How you going? How's your day going, Doug? I ain't seen you much today, so how you doing?
Good. Good. I'm good.
Hey, Doug.
Very good. Hi,
I said
Misty.
David.
Long time no see, right?
Right?
Oh, Misty, I know why you didn't see me earlier because I was mostly in my chat today, monitoring my chat because my chat is streaming it too. That's why you
Yeah,
didn't see me
Angela.
today.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing other people's comments either, so I don't know if it was Wayne's chat or what, but it's all good. It's all good.
Well, because I was going to clarify, I would never block you, so you don't have to worry about
Oh,
that.
I didn't think you blocked me at all. I was just
Yeah, I went on
It's-
Wayne's chat too, and it didn't even show any live chat. It showed comments and said no comments at this time. That's all it said. And I was like, what
there
the
were
heck?
several
He's
chats that
live.
he
How
showed
can it
on
be?
the TV, and I didn't see it in the chat. So I think there was just something going on there.
What?
That's. I think it's because people were dual streaming his channel. So like Angel was streaming so people that were in Angel's channel were coming up, but we weren't seeing them in Wayne's channel.
Oh, well.
And I
Well,
think
I'll tell you
Yeah,
something.
there was 4 people streaming it. I was streaming it. We were streaming it. Bad Ash was streaming it, and then
So-
UK
We
Ash was
were,
streaming
you
it.
were out. They were. Everybody was streaming it.
yeah,
It's all
Yeah.
good. It is all good.
I'll tell y'all something that I found out that YouTube's doing. Let's say that, and this happened with Angel Eyes, matter of fact. Angel Eyes asked me, said, why did you unsubscribe to my channel? I said, I didn't unsubscribe to your channel. YouTube now is doing this thing where, and I've had this happen to several of my subscribers that had been with me since basically it started. If you're not commenting on, like, let's say you watch my video tonight and you don't comment on it, they're automatically in a certain period of time unsubscribing you to my channel. And I don't know why in the world they're doing this. I had heard that they did this before.
It's
And
really
It's called bot sweeps. I found that out after I emailed you. They do what they call bot sweeps. So if they think you're a bot, they're going to delete it.
I don't know why they'd think people was a bot that had been with you for, a year or 6 months or 8 months or whatever and watched your
Yeah,
video.
I don't know if that's why I don't know why I did it to you, but I'm saying because after I emailed you, I looked it up and it said that every so often they do what they call a YouTube purge and they delete what they consider bot accounts.
Do you think an AI is doing that though?
Probably.
Probably. I would say yes.
The ironicness of that.
Truth Warrior, hey, how you doing? You want to come up? I'll send you the link. You can come up and join the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Misty needs some female companionship up here.
And yeah, Misty's
Truth.
outnumbered over here.
Come up here, girl. Please come up here. But yeah, it's really, really weird because it seems like, and I don't know how much everyone's been following the NG case. It's like if you say certain words, they're gonna block you. And it's like if
Move to a different platform. Yeah. Truth Warrior says, I think it's time for us all to
really
move to
weird.
a different
It's something
platform.
really weird is going on.
Hey Jim, I was going to tell
In
you.
my opinion.
I go above and beyond to get Misty subscriptions. I got her subscriptions. She's
You are
on the last time I did it.
sweet. You
She's
are
almost
too
at
sweet.
200 subscribers already.
All right.
I don't even do anything with my channel right now. It's a work in progress, but thank you, Angel Eyes. You are just so sweet, so sweet.
Well, Wayne was he was getting close to 500, and so I went on one night and I kept logging in on his channel, and and sharing it with everybody and said, come on, let's help Wayne get to 500. I said, he's, I don't know, he was at like 460 or something. Well, that night I ended up pushing him over the 500 mark. And so now he's passed me up. So I'm going to take back my favor. I'm going to take back all those subscribers I sent to him. I'm just kidding.
Well, I got you 4 more today, Jim. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Who, me?
Yeah, I got you 4 more today. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Oh, I haven't checked it. I had my grandson, his girlfriend subscribed to my channel, and she brought a couple of friends of hers over, which helped.
Well, I got you 4 of my friends that came over today, so I know you got those 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But
Well, you're helping grow my channel. I'm helping you out in return.
You help everybody, Angel Eyes. You help everybody.
Well, that's
not
what
just-
it's for. We all have to help each other,
Yeah.
But what's Truth Warrior saying? Truth Warrior, you want to come up?
Come on, Truth.
Shortly.
I'll
Come
be
on,
up
Truth.
shortly. Okay, I didn't see your.
I need my girlfriend. I need my girlfriend.
She needs some female companionship. Come on through.
But that's what it's all about. We try to support each other. Patriot Pride helped me a lot, and I've been trying to help people that has less subscribers than me. And I don't care if Wayne passed me. I mean, that's I'm all good for it. Because he'll help me. I help him. He helps me. Angel Eyes has helped me, and I've helped him. And that's just the nature of the beast. Is we all help each other, Doug and everybody. And I've had very few problems on YouTube since I've been on here. I did have a couple people that were acting like butts, but I had to kick them.
Oh, yeah,
are
I know
all
who you're
awesome.
talking about.
You guys are all
Angel-
awesome. You're all
Angel-
there for each other. And I love it. I love it. And
Angel
anybody
Eyes
that's not there for
has a
someone,
couple trolls. Angel Eye has had a couple trolls on his live stream one night. He ended up shutting the live down. I wasn't there. I
there's
would have
going
been.
to be trolls. There's going to be trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, Misty, I was like 10 minutes into it, and I had 3 of them, and I'm like, and they kept like attacking me. I'd get rid of them, and they'd come back with a different. I'm like, I scrolled through, and I didn't have no mods. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna end this right here, and I ended up stopping it and deleting it. And I'm like, I'm not even dealing with this because I didn't have. It would have been okay if I had mods, but there was nobody there.
Yeah, and I think I logged in that night a few minutes after you had, because it said stream ended, and I thought he was going to stream tonight, and it said that stream had ended. I think I came in right after you had that problem.
When the
Well, one
mods
of
are,
them is that
or not the
one of
mods,
them
when
is
the
that-
trolls are in there, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
cannot stand it.
Yeah. Well, one of them, Misty, you probably know him. It's that Limo fur guy.
Oh boy.
Limo fur?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
That
Doug,
was
I'm
one of
sorry.
them.
I know who that is.
Didn't mean to be ignoring you.
No, I'm good. I have a habit of listening a lot.
What can you tell us about the scientist?
It depends on which one you want to talk about. That was a list of
Go
the
get
main
some
ones
shit.
that made the list of being connected that I put up.
You were talking about Havana syndrome in the comments.
Oh.
What is that?
That had to do with the Monica Reza, where she was saying that she was being hit with the direct energy weapon, which people were saying that she was crazy, quotations crazy, and didn't believe what she was saying. But later in Cuba, there were some CIA agents that experienced the same thing, like all at the same time, and they attributed it to Havana syndrome by way of this direct energy type weaponry. And it was actually being used by the government over there on our counterintelligence agents.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. This stuff is, they say, coincidence don't happen. I don't believe too much in coincidences. I think stuff happens as it's happening for a reason or whatever. But when you have stuff like this happen to one person, you think, okay, well, maybe it's something weird that, that they got into or whatever. But when it starts happening to 2, 3, 4, and numerous number of people, it becomes not a conspiracy. Becomes not a coincidence then. And a lot of people think that it's all conspiracy theory, but I don't buy into that either,
There's a reason why them scientists vanished. Jim,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know the reason, but there is one.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably never know the reason. Our government is pretty good at hiding stuff from the American citizens.
They don't like us being informed.
Right.
You become a threat when you're informed.
I think you mentioned Reza too. Monica Reza. She was the one that lived in New Mexico that disappeared in California on the hiking trip with her friend. And then she just like disappeared. But Monica Reza invented a material called Mongoloid, which made the United States independent of Russian rockets and rocket engines. So now, like, we don't need Russian engines to fly to the moon anymore or create certain types of propulsion vessels. So Reza was the one that created that material. So it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I'm sure. Wow.
That is strange.
So yeah, each one of them has a little interesting story and what they were actually working on and how they were found, whether they were missing or found and alive. But
Excuse
it's always
me,
under
Doug.
suspicious circumstances.
Bad Ash, good night. Hope little Ash continues to like his school and doing really good in it. And we will talk to you sometime tomorrow, probably. Good night. Have a good night.
Night, Bad Ash.
Not bad, Ash.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah, I didn't know Monica's significance either.
All right, go ahead, Doug. I'm sorry. I just wanted to. Bad Ash was telling me that she's calling it a night, and I didn't want to. I wanted to address it. Hey, Wayne. I was just talking bad about you, Mandigo, stealing my subscribers. You want to come up and get me back?
Oh, Batman's in the house. Look at he's here. So, yeah, that's 2 of the 11. And then, I mean, the connection between Reza and McCaslin is interesting. They both worked at Los Alamos in Huntsville. So, and they were working on a lot of the same projects. Like he was her commanding officer for a lot of black box projects. So they had like a personal connection to each other as long as a professional one with the general and Monica Reza.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know about her.
Yep.
I haven't really dug in too much into the scientist thing, but my grandson came and we were talking about it, and he said, "Oh yeah," and he knew this one case, the one that he was talking about tonight, and so I told him, I said, "Come up tonight." I said, "We'll just chat about whatever everybody wants to bring up with true crime." I said, "And you can talk to everybody," and he's a pretty good kid. Think I might have to keep him.
You might have to keep them. Yes.
Yeah.
Jim,
Yes, I've been waiting on somebody to cover the scientist. Like,
Jim,
it's
read
crazy.
Brenda Walsh's comment at the bottom. Well, it's not at the bottom now, but it was.
To block the technology or get technology before America. Yeah.
No, the one above it about the scientist.
I'll go back to my
So to go
theory.
back to my theory,
Yeah.
are the Russians abducting our scientists? Is that what you're talking about?
That one. Thank you, Misty.
I wouldn't doubt it. Nothing surprises me in this
Yeah,
world
I was
anymore.
thinking Russia or China.
Yeah, I'd be either one of them. Yeah. Yeah, she'd made that statement when we were talking. She was my first guest on. And the other night, Bad Ash came on. We were just trying to set up StreamYard and learn it. And Bad Ash came on and talked to me a little bit the other night. But Tuesday night, I think there was several other creators on. And I try not to cut into any other creators if I know that they're on Monday nights or whatever.
Oh,
That's the reason I sort of picked Tuesday and Thursday nights, because it seemed like for most part, there was less creators on those nights.
you're too sweet. Come on live whenever you want to.
Okay.
Well, Misty, I was going to tell you Saturday afternoon around 4 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to have BB, the tarot reader, back on because she was on with me and Pretty the other night. And
The
she had
one
to get
that
off
was
because,
outside Nancy's house?
and she
No,
had to
no,
get off
Kiki.
because her
BB.
kids were misbehaving.
BB.
BB, not Kiki. Okay.
Yeah. BB. Yeah.
Okay, what time?
It's 4 o'clock Eastern time, so it'll probably be
3
3
o'clock.
o'clock your time.
Okay,
Sounds
got
good.
it.
We'll try to check it out if we're not doing something else. Caden's only going to be here for probably about the 1st of September with me, but my granddaughter, I think his sister's going to stay. She may stay way up into September. She's wanting to go to the Mothman Festival
Oh,
that they have up in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And
I heard about that.
Huh?
I heard about that.
Yeah, and so they always wanted to go, but of course they had to get back before for school to start. It was always the second weekend in September, so she's wanting to stay for that. I don't think he's going to be able to stay because he's working at a restaurant there in Oregon, same place she works actually, but she had told her boss in advance that she was taking some time off in the summer and going visiting her grandpa, and he just started, but not long ago. But anyway, so she may be with me for quite a while, but we're going to try to squeeze in as much as we can while he's here too,
yes.
to do with them, because I only get to see them usually about once a year. But I was out there for their graduation ceremony in June, and so they usually come every summer. Him and his sister come every summer for probably the last 7 years or something. 6 or 7 years y'all been coming here every summer.
Yeah, like 6 years.
Tradition. I love it.
Yeah, they come here and he likes to fish, and so we go fishing and camping and whatever, see several movies that come out in the summer. Yeah.
We went to Flatwoods and Point Pleasant.
Yeah. So he's big into the cryptid thing, so we went and saw where the Flatwoods monster was, and Bigfoot, and then the Mothman. We went up and visited Point Pleasant where the bridge fell and the Mothman.
And the bomb silos.
Ooh, that's
And
awesome.
so we went through the Mothman Museum and all that stuff. I had it up on my YouTube channel, and they didn't like that. They clipped my wings on that one too. The craziest thing YouTube has done to me, guys, and y'all gonna think I'm lying when I say this. And I went and filmed the Christmas parade here in my hometown. Okay.
Mhm.
And when I filmed the Christmas parade, of course, all the floats and all the bands and everything's playing Christmas music. YouTube gave me a strike over that. Can you believe that? Over a Christmas parade.
YouTube is ridiculous.
It's because
It's
it's
You told me that
ridiculous.
story, I think. I've heard that story before.
I'm on.
What was that, copyright?
I'm in YouTube. Yeah, I'm in YouTube jail right now. Y'all could have to come and visit me sometime. But I'm in YouTube jail right now because that Ohio 16, the Siders children's case. I filmed a news clip that was about 2 minutes long and put it on my channel, and they gave me a copyright strike. It was the news clip where they talked with a marriage lawyer about West Virginia laws versus Ohio laws, because with the Elizabeth Siders, she married Gary Jr., and they had to come to Mason County, West Virginia, because even with parents' consent, Ohio wouldn't let them get married under the age of 16 with parents' consent. And so I clipped this news clip that was on, and I had seen the same thing on other YouTube channels, and I immediately got a YouTube copyright strike.
Oh my gosh.
That if I get 3 of those, that they will shut my channel down. And I said, if you want it, have it, whatever. I mean, I think it's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
You can go on YouTube and you'll see a lot of other creators is doing the same thing that I did. And I had even seen the same clip on other YouTubers' channels. And I got the copyright strike from it, and they didn't. I didn't say nothing.
I mean, you can literally post these videos on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do we get in trouble? No.
No.
It's so ridiculous. It's like they're trying to.
Other places, but it was like a little 2-minute video, and they struck me. I mean, I put it up, and it was probably up 35, 40 minutes till they struck me on it. Took it down.
Oh, wow.
They removed it themselves for me.
I don't believe
Jim, that's why I didn't tell nobody this, but that's why I created a second channel in case something happens to this one. I got a backup channel.
Yeah, I got but I mean, it's just they're getting ridiculous with this crap, And
It's just.
I mean, if it's on the news, it's national news or whatever.
You should be able to share it.
I don't see where it's, a big deal if other content creator shares it, because their viewers is going to watch that same news clip that came from that news channel. And I can't.
If it's out there for everybody to see, why can you not share it?
That's right.
And also, I'm pretty sure copyright law, you have to be taking advantage of it and making something out of it. Like, there's ways you can use stuff with it being like viable in copyright law.
And I'm not monetized. I'm not making any money off of it, And so it was like, I couldn't believe it when they did that. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I also think YouTube just doesn't have any real employees anymore. It's all damn robots.
Probably.
Did you appeal that, Jim?
No, I didn't. I waste my time with them.
Jim's chill and laid back. He's like, I'm not going to waste my time on that.
If they want to shut my channel down, I'm not going to fight with them.
Did you make a backup channel just in case?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So
What's you say?
The use of copyrighted stuff for learning and commentary is protected, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Someday we'll figure out how to use
I just wonder if maybe somebody from that news station saw it, but I doubt if they saw it.
I don't think they saw it. They couldn't have.
I have, and probably at that time I didn't even have 500 subscribers. So I mean, who made the complaint about it?
Right,
It's somebody. It's somebody on YouTube, because I don't think it would have been the news people, because they wouldn't. I don't think they would give a shit.
If anything, it probably brought them viewers.
Yeah. And so I've never gone live. I've not been there, done that yet. So explain monetized. What does monetized mean?
You're making money.
YouTube.
Oh, you're getting money for it.
Since on videos, you have to have like, I think it's 2,000. It's going to go to 3,000 in February. You have to have 3,000 watch hours. Is that not correct, Angel Eyes? Am I telling it right?
You have to have 3,000 now and 8,000 in February.
Okay, you have to have 3,000 watch hours, and that's why you see a lot of these guys are playing the Lacey or the Lindsay
Clancy, yeah.
Clancy trial is because it boosts their watch hours. But you still got to have either 1,000, I think it's 1,000 subscribers. And, I was building up there. I finally got up over 500 and I thought, boy, I really didn't meet my goal, because that was what my initial goal was, see if I could get to 500 subscribers. And so then I got up to over 500. I got up to like 528, and then I started going backwards. 523, 520, and then 518. I'm like,
They
what?
unsubscribed.
They dropped for some reason.
I don't know, but
That's
I don't
ridiculous.
know, but I got a feeling when Misty goes live, she'll get to 3,000 in like an
She'll probably
hour.
pass us off.
Well, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that.
500,000 subscribers. But she's a
Yeah,
lot
she'll probably
prettier
get
than
to
you are.
500,000 subscribers. That's right.
Did you hear what I said, Misty?
I did not.
I said
Say it
you're a lot
again.
prettier than we are too, so that's going to be a big plus in your cap.
Well, you guys cover, Jim, you cover things. I don't know all these rules like you guys do. That's why I was asking.
Hey, it's stepping
I've
in
got
the
a
dark.
lot to learn if I'm ever going to go live, and if I'm ever going to not be like just booted from YouTube. I got a lot to learn.
Well, it's a learning curve. I'll tell you, it is. And I don't think Doug's been at this longer than I have. Do you ever learn it all, Doug? I don't.
Always learning something. Yeah.
Yeah, you're always learning every day. Every time you hit that button, you're learning
Learn
something.
something new every day. No.
And they
Mhm.
change the rules all the time too.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted. There's too many channels, and they just said we're going to make it harder for them to meet their requirements, so we don't have to pay them.
Yeah. Well, they. I don't know. I don't understand. Where they make their money is off of advertisements on all the creators' channels. And so if you get monetized and they're paying you pennies on what they're making off of an advertisement, I don't see why they would try to do anything to discourage anybody from building a bigger channel.
Okay,
And
so monetize means YouTube is paying you a little
Uh-huh.
bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you
Yeah,
get
Mitchell, that's what it
monetized,
means.
you get a check from YouTube every month or 3 months or whatever it is. I don't know. Because my initial thing was not to do this channel to make money off of it anyway. And the reason I named it Survival was I was going to teach survival type stuff and also medical stuff. And then the true crime thing sparked my eye, and I said, well, I'll just take and combine it instead of making a true crimes channel and a survival or prepper related channel. I'll just combine it and do it on one channel. And a lot of my subscribers have said that, yeah, they'd like to see some survival type stuff. So we're going to do some of that, and we're going to do some of it while he's here to help me too. But that was the reason I came up with the because I could have changed the name to Jim's True Crime or whatever, or Jim Investigates or
I
whatever.
love your name and I love the picture.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that black bear is an actual picture. It's not a AI generated.
Monetize means you can also send super chats and join your members only too.
Yeah.
And then I recommend starting.
Okay. Brenda explained what I was telling you about earlier. She said YouTube says they swipe the bots that are subscribed to your channel, that it was bots not real subs when you lose some like that. So that's why I lost some. That's why I lost 9 in like 2 days, because they must have did their YouTube bot sweep. That's what I thought they did.
Well, don't feel bad, Angel Eyes. I lost some too. I mean, it was disappointing. Once you said, I set a goal of 500. I said, man, if I could get to 500, and I did some giveaways. And I'm getting ready to do another giveaway since I hit 500. But I I said, well, I'll give back something to my viewers for taking their time to view my channel. And the first thing that I gave away a Vortex knife. Was my very first giveaway prize. And the subscriber that, and I haven't seen her on here for a while, but
You're awesome. Can I read Brenda's
Misunderstood.
message again?
Misunderstood won the first knife giveaway. And then the second giveaway I did was another knife, was a 250th anniversary of America knife. And Mr. Rooster, I know y'all have seen him in the chats. He was wanting to win that knife. And I said, well, you know, what I did was I just did a drawing for it. You know, I said, okay, got 100 subscribers in here, whatever. We'll draw a number. And I just wrote a number down on a piece of paper. And I said, you know, put your guess into the comments, and whoever hits the number will win the knife. And so Stax won the second knife, and I threw in a t-shirt to go with it because he was big into the Sasquatch thing. And so I threw in a t-shirt with that, a knife and a t-shirt. And so I've had those two giveaways. I'm getting ready to have a bigger giveaway this time. It's going to be a prize that's going to be worth more than the other two combined. But, you know, I figure if I could give a little bit back to my subscribers, that might entice them to tell their friends, and they'll subscribe, and my channel will build bigger by that. And but once I hit the 500, said, you know, if I could just hit 500 subscribers, if I have 500 people that's interested in listening to me gab some night on YouTube or make a video a couple times a week or something, I said, I'll be happy. And I hit that and went over it. And then I started following backwards. I started going backwards. And I was like, what in the heck? What's going on? You know? And because I was still putting out the same type content, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I was told that, YouTube, they, you know, if like, let's say Misty, if she doesn't come on and chat on every one of my videos, if she misses for like 2 weeks, they may just completely unsubscribe you to my channel. I was like, you know, especially in the summer, because you expect you're going to have people that are regulars in there, and they're going on vacation, and, you know, kids getting ready to go back to school, and, you know, you don't expect to have everybody every night.
Yeah. So everybody listen, this is hard work. This is not just
It is.
people coming up, speaking on their channel. This is hard work. There's rules. There's things that these guys have to do to be able to sit here and talk to us. This is hard work.
You to have a subject that people are interested in, you know, that makes them want to come back. And the thing with my channel was everybody was covering Nancy, which was a big case. And I was covering Nancy the very first too. But after a while, when nothing new was happening with Nancy Guthrie case, I said, you know, I'm going to cover some of these missing kids. And so I sort of veered over into the missing kids cases, because, I mean, there was so many of them. You know, poor little Melody Buzzard out there that was found in Utah was shot 6 times in the head by her mother, you know. And it's like, my God. I mean, when I found out that they found her and that she'd been shot 6 times in the head, I mean, I about broke down and cried for that kid. Never seen that kid, never met that kid in my life.
Yeah, but to be shot by your mother, though, that's kind of like,
yeah, and
I don't know what to think about that.
Her father had gotten killed in a motorcycle accident when she was like 2 months old. So all she had was her mother. And her mother completely took her away from her father's family, his sisters and stuff. And they would call and say, hey, can we come over and see you and Melody? And Ashley Buzzard is her name. She'd say, no, you're not allowed over here. We don't, you know. And she She put this kid in a cocoon, and she wasn't sending her to school, so the kid was not having friends. And then she tells her, we're going to go on this cross-country trip. They rent a car in disguise. I don't know whether y'all are familiar with this case or not, but I'll give you the short of the story. They go to rent a car, and she's got this kid with a wig on her head and a hoodie pulled up over her head.
Ugh.
And so they go on this cross-county trip, and they went from California all the way to Nebraska. And all along the trip, where she stopped, got gas and whatever, this kid was with her. The license plates on that car had been changed 3 different times on this trip. Then all of a sudden, on her way back, the kid was no longer with her. All the surveillance video at gas stations or wherever she stopped showed no kid. And she drove straight back to California, which I forget how many hours drive it was. It's like 20 some hours drive or something. And the kid was no longer with her. So when when she returned the car, police started inquiring, where was Melody at? Prettiest little girl, 9 years old you ever seen in your life. I mean, gorgeous. Go and check my video out on it and check this case out. You can Google it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the kid just disappeared. Well, she said, well, I left her with some friends. And I, well, what's your friend's name? Where are they at? You know, and she never would tell them. So they locked her up with the suspicion of child abuse. And so they had her locked up. And so she still never even came forward with what actually she did to the kid. So this couple was out there and on the road in Utah was trying to film some sunsets or something. And they stopped on the side of this road, and I guess they smelt something. And they found this kid's very decayed body thrown over the ditch, just like she was a bag of trash. And when they called the police, and they brought the medical examiner out there and everything, this kid had been shot 6 times in the head.
Oh my.
Can you believe that? I want you to go, Misty, go and look at this kid's picture. It was so beautiful. I mean, just a gorgeous little girl, 9 years old. All she had was her mother.
Heather says she
It's pretty disgusting and pretty sick, if you ask me.
Yeah, she did. And she even people were putting up missing posters in her neighborhood, and her mom would go outside and rip them down.
Ah.
What the heck?
Yep. Go research that case, or go onto my index or whatever you want to call it of my videos, and you'll see the videos of her. And
I think I already watched it once. I got mad watching it because it's pretty disgusting, actually.
I got choked up over that case that night. You'll see me. I get choked up on some of these cases with kids, but anybody, if you didn't want that kid, there have been 1 million people would have adopted that little girl.
So many people cannot have children and they want a child.
Yo.
Right.
They will adopt a child. Just take them somewhere. Take them somewhere. Don't kill
They
them.
have hospitals you can drop them off at now, I'm guessing.
Fire stations, police stations, you can go to a hospital and drop off a baby or a little kid or whatever, and they won't even ask you no questions.
That's what I was saying. You can take them off to the hospitals now that let you drop off kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you all another story. This happened when I was working in Charleston, South Carolina. This lady came in, and she was a cocaine addict. And she'd come in pregnant.
Misty, you're going to want to hear this. It's sad, but you want to hear this.
I'm listening. I can handle.
Yeah, maybe I ought to put up a warning. But anyway, this lady came in and had this baby at the Medical University of South Carolina. The baby would lay, its head and its feet would have fit in the palm of my hand right there. That's how small it was. They didn't think it would ever live. Somehow this kid lived. Her lungs was not fully developed. They believe she was born around somewhere around 23 months. 23 weeks into the pregnancy. And usually, I worked on our team. We had a pediatric crew, and of course, we went with them and stuff. And they usually, if a kid's if they're not under 27 weeks, they have a very slight chance of surviving.
Viability, yeah.
Yeah, because at 27 weeks is when their lungs start basically fully developing or developing enough that they can survive it. Well, this baby, they think, was somewhere around 23 weeks. And they took in this girl, she come in, had the baby. The baby immediately was taken to the NICU. Misty probably knows what that is, neonatal intensive care unit. Lived up there for I don't know how many months. I think it was close to a year or maybe more. There was a nurse up there that took care of her the night that this baby was born and took care of her the whole time. Well, at the Medical University of South Carolina, they have their own police department, and they are licensed the same way a state trooper or a constable is in a lot of states. And so they can arrest you at anywhere in the state of South Carolina. You don't have to be even on the hospital property. And so they call them the public safety, MUSC public safety. So dispatcher had been calling this girl's number to try to get a hold of her because she never came back to the hospital to see about this baby. She just went in, had it that night, was discharged the next day. The baby was in NICU fighting for its life. She just disappeared. Flew the coop. So our dispatcher sent public safety up there to the address that she had given, was on King Street in downtown Charleston. And so when the two officers went up there, two of them went up there in a police car, and they called back to the dispatcher and they said, are you sure you got the numeric part of this address correct? And they said, yeah. I said, is it 519 or whatever it was? Yes, sir. That's the correct address. That's the address we got. And the cop, there was a pause on the radio, and he goes, that's not the correct address. The dispatcher says, well, that's the address that was given to the hospital. He said, that's a vacant lot.
Oh
So
my God.
they're telling me that building burnt down 5 years ago and was never built back.
Mhm.
The girl just completely left, never came back to see about her baby at all. And
No.
so this baby fought for its life the whole time. This nurse that was taking care of her from day one, as soon as she was born, she took care of her the whole time. And this nurse and her husband, he was an engineer, professional engineer. She was a nurse in the neonatal intensive care unit at Medical University of South Carolina. They ended up adopting that baby. They had to go to court. They had to go to court, present the stuff for the judge, and she told him, said, look, this kid's going to need medical care probably the rest of her entire life. I'm qualified to give it. You know, I've been a neonatal intensive care nurse for, I don't know, 10 years or something. She'd been a nurse, I think, for around 20 years, close to it. And so the judge, they approved that this couple could take this little baby. I saw the little girl 3 years later. One of the most beautiful little kids you ever seen. She was still tiny because she was born so small. She looked like she was about 1, maybe 2, and she was 3 going on 4 when I saw her.
Mm.
One of the most beautiful little girls you ever want to lay your eyes on.
Mm-mm.
Never did find the mother. They don't even think the mother gave the right name because, you know, she come in, oh, I don't have my ID on me, you know. And this baby was addicted to cocaine when it was born.
Oh.
And so because the mother was doing coke the whole time that she was carrying this baby. And so, I mean, those cases really, they, you know, and of course I had kids and had grandkids, and they just really stick you in the gut, you know, and you just never get away from it. So that's why when the Nancy Guthrie case pretty much what I call went cold, because I think it has gone cold except until something happens, something breaks on it. That's why I said, I'm going to try to give some of these kids a voice. I'm going to let people know what's really going on with some of these missing kids. And so that's why I started doing the kid things on my channel. And it seems like I've gotten several views and get some good comments on it that's thanked me for doing that. And that was the reason that I did it. But it all started back with Kaylee Anthony, because his sister's name's Kaylee. And when Casey Anthony unalived that child, my wife and I, these guys were just babies. And we were watching we were following Nancy Grace every night, because every night Nancy Grace was covering that case to try to find out what happened to Kaylee Anthony.
How was Casey found innocent? Like I will never understand.
Yeah. And she's living in Tennessee now. They say that I had heard this rumor. I don't know whether this part of it's true or not, but they said that some guy was going to marry her, and I thought, who would want to marry her? Who would trust her enough to marry? And then I heard that there was a possibility that she might be pregnant again, and I was like, oh my God, just bang my head against the wall, I mean, geez.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what man would, unless they're just lived under a rock and don't know her story. But she wrote this book on parenting skills, because she was such a good mother, and relationships. I think she had some stuff on relationships in there too. But I mean, that girl lied so much in that. But that's what really
That girl killed her baby.
Yeah,
she killed her baby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She put duct tape around her face.
Yep.
And she disposed of her.
Misty, you want to know something that'll make the hair stand up on the back of your neck? My wife and I, like I said, we were watching this case every night. We was watching it on Nancy Grace was covering this case. And I had this, I don't know, you want to call it a dream or a vision or whatever. And I said it was from God. I woke up one night in the middle of the night. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my God. And my wife raised up in bed. She said, what's wrong, sir? Are you sick? And I said, no. I said, but I know where Kaylee Anthony is. She said, what? And I said, that kid is in a wooded lot not far from her house.
Oh, wow.
And my wife said, you're crazy. Said, go back to sleep. I said, I think I'm going to leave tomorrow and drive to Orlando to search for this kid. And my wife, she talked me out of it. 3 or 4 days later, a sheriff's deputy goes to this wooded lot right at the end of their street, goes into the woods to investigate. I can't remember what it was. Somebody saw something wrapped up or whatever, or whether they smelt something. He goes in there. This is a sheriff's deputy now in Orlando, and whatever the county is that Orlando's in. He goes in the woods about 6 feet and he sees a rattlesnake and gets scared and leaves. And that kid was laying there. About 3 days after that, they found that kid's body in a wooded lot at the very end of their street. That's where she discarded Kaylee Anthony at.
Wrapped up, yeah.
And I told my wife said, that night I told her that I had this, I called it a dream. I said, maybe it was a vision from God. I don't know. But I didn't act on it. And I felt bad ever since that I didn't go to Orlando. Not that I could.
You cannot blame yourself.
Not that I could have found the kid alive, but at least I could have found her before she was found, probably about a week or 10 days before. But why that came to me, I don't know. I was seeing something on the TV and it made me dream about it. My wife said, well, it must have been a dream. I said, I don't know if it was a dream or what was a vision from God. I said, but I think I was meant to go there and search that area for this kid. And that's exactly where she was found.
That's
right at the end of their street in a wooded lot.
and a lot of people they just they don't understand that, but I get it with the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I think it God gives you dreams, visions, whatever you want to call it, to do certain things. And when you dream about, they used to say that if you dream about something 3 times, that it'll come true. And I think your sister's coming down to join us. I hear her coming down the steps. But anyway, I said, I don't know if that's true or not, but Kaylee Anthony is what got me involved in true crime, interested in true crime. And then I before my lungs crapped out on me, I went to school taking criminal justice and a minor in forensic science. And but it's it's one of those things that once you experience that type thing, you just never forget it. I never forget any of these kids, and it's just sad. It is really sad. Hey, you want to say hi to my YouTube crowd, my YouTube friends, family? This is Kaylee. Come over here where they can see you.
Hey,
This-
Kaylee,
Hi.
you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
That's Misty and Angel Eyes, and Doug is in here, and then all these people are chatting with us on my live stream. This is the second of the twins. These are my babies. I raised them about the first 9 years or so of their life, and then their mother flew off to friggin' Oregon and took my babies with her. Didn't know whether to put out a hit on her or what.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're my buddies.
Taters and Taters said, wow, she's so pretty.
Haters and
Wow.
Same to you.
Yeah,
Yes, girl.
she's pretty. Her name's Kaylee too, just like Kaylee Anthony's name was, only they spell it different.
Yes.
This Kaylee spells hers with a K, and the other spells it with a C. But yeah, it's my Kaylee.
Well, Kaylee, you stay awesome. Stay awesome.
Thank you. You too.
Stay
Yeah.
awesome. Stay beautiful.
She is my baby.
We love you, girl. We
Love
love you.
So, but anyway,
Now you're YouTube famous now. You're YouTube famous now.
yeah. I tell you, they grow up way too quick. I tell everybody, I see a lot of couples that have little kids, and I had this one couple told me, said, yeah, we can't wait till they get bigger. I said, oh, don't say that. That's what you wish for. And they said, why's that? And I said, well, my daughter just turned 37. I said, it seems like yesterday she was like this big. And I said, and then my grandchildren, I said, they lived with me forever and a day. I said, and now they're graduating high school. I said, damn, I'm getting old.
Looking at her, I need to hit the weights. I need to get back to the gym.
Oh, no,
You're my motivation, girl. You are my motivation. For sure.
Misty, you're amazing. Just to clarify, you're amazing.
Angel, I said to clarify, you're amazing.
oh, thank you.
But they've been really good kids. We trained them right from the time they were babies, and I used to go and pay my car insurance on the last Wednesday of every month when I got paid, and I'd take them with me. And a lady at the insurance office, she told me one day, she said, that's the most well-behaved kids I've ever seen in this office. And they were little then. They weren't like they are now. I said, oh, really? And she said, yeah. She said, we've had kids in here. She said, they go over there and sit down. Of course, they were playing on their tablets after school. And she said, they don't move. They don't get up. They don't do anything. And, when you tell them, okay, it's time to go, get up and, go with you. And I said, well, they'll never give us any trouble. I said, but you know why? I said, they know their papa would beat their hind end if it was needed, All right. Yep, that's right. Now I can't handle them, though. They might whoop my butt now.
Yeah, you better watch what you say, sir.
Might be payback.
I'm just kidding.
The times I had to get on them or do anything with them was slim to none. Because, I mean, if you get kids and you train them correctly, and you train them, what's right and what's wrong and what you're expected to do or not expected to do, you don't have trouble with it. But
you train. We train our men.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
But
tell her that.
You raise your children.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant. But yeah, if your granddaughter, if she's listening, girl.
Yeah, she's listening.
Do not put up with anything.
Yeah.
Do not put up with anything.
Yeah.
If he doesn't treat you the way that you deserve, bye.
That's right. Yeah, she had one that was like that. She had one boyfriend that
I've been there.
And
Many times.
I said I'd get on a plane and fly to Oregon just to stomp him.
She wouldn't want that though. She can handle it herself.
No, she set him straight.
Yeah, she's
Her
a strong
mother-
woman. She can tell.
Her mother
Caleb just-
took
Caleb?
karate and got up to red belt before she had to drop out. But she about kicked a kid through a plate glass window one night because he wasn't doing what their instructor, their sensei, had told him about proper positioning his feet. Because he told that kid, he said, "You want kicked through a window?" He said, "She will be glad to kick you right through that plate glass window." That kid went flying up against that window, and I mean, the window quivered like this. And I thought, "Oh God, I can't look at this." I just knew he was going to go through it. But she had they had one of the black belts that was there and was about the same size as their mother, my daughter Megan. And there's one night it was a big storm, and only this girl and my daughter showed up for karate class. And Larry, the instructor, he told me, he said, "I've seen this before." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "This is deja vu." He said, "Look at them. They throw one kick and then the other one throws the same kick back." And he said, they're doing the punches and stuff. He said, "I pity the poor guy that jumps on them one of these nights." He said, "Because beat the fire out of him."
Yes.
Her mother came back from a karate tournament, and there was this little kid up the street that was a lot bigger than her. He's like twice the size of Megan. And he said she had her uniform on, her gi on from the karate tournament. She just won a gold medal in the karate tournament, right? And so this kid says, "Oh, roundhouse kick," right? And he hauled off and kicked my daughter in the small of the back. She dropped her bicycle. She was sitting on a bicycle when he did this. Chased him up to his yard.
There you go.
She got him in before he could go over the fence and beat the fire out of him.
There you go.
This kid was crying to his sister, whose name was Megan too. And this kid was crying. He got across the fence and then spit on her. And my son and his friend had to peel their mother off of the fence to keep from going. I said, "You should have let her." I said, "If somebody spits on me," I said, "Cody, what was you thinking? You should have let her go after him." And this
Hit
kid
me in the back. Hit me in the back. Boy, you better run.
This
You better
kid was
run.
like 3 years older than her and a lot taller, and she was beating the fire out of him. His sister come down there and told me, said, "Sean's up there crying." I said, "What's wrong with Sean?" I didn't know any of this had happened. And she said, "Well, Megan beat him up." And I said, "Who what?" I said, Sean's up there complaining to you that a girl beat him up. And she said, yeah. And she said, and my mom and dad's not there. And she said, I'm not a parent. I said, that's right. I said, Megan, I said, tell your dad to come down here and talk to me. And so, because this kid was a bully, he liked to bully the littler kids, the smaller kids.
I hate
And
bullies.
so I waited, and her dad never did come down there. So I saw his brother who hung out with my son a
Of
lot.
course.
I said, what happened with Sean? I said, did Megan tell your dad? And he goes, oh yeah. He said, my dad beat the fire out of Sean. He said, he got his butt tore up, he said, for hitting a girl to start with, and said, you got exactly what you deserved.
There you go. There you go.
I said, well, he had a hard
They
day.
got the fire.
He got his
I
butt
love
beat
what
by
you
his-
said. He got the fire.
Yeah.
That's the
Uh,
country way of saying.
I said, he lived a hard day. I said, he got his butt beat by Megan, and then he got his butt beat by his dad for hitting a girl to start with.
Yeah. Learn your lesson, son.
Yeah.
Learn your lesson.
Yeah, it's crazy world, I tell you. But these, especially with girls and guys too, and boys too, because anymore in this world, it doesn't matter. But you got to protect your kids, and karate or something like that teaches them discipline and also teaches them self-defense. I think is an excellent program to put any child in, especially a young girl. At
Absolutely.
this time.
Absolutely. 100%. Yes.
But yeah,
There's ways, like if somebody attacks you, there's ways you can use your hips, roll them over. You can get them off of you. There's ways.
Oh yeah.
You just wait for them to rush you, and this is what we were taught in wrestling. You just wait for them to rush you, you grab them, and you twist your hips, and they're instantly on the ground, and then you're on
Yeah,
top.
push your hip up, and they're gonna roll over.
And also,
They
with
can't stop you
jabbing,
from doing that.
you don't want to have your elbow raised before your hand because it makes it easier for your brain to detect movement, so the opponent can telegraph you easier. So you just want to. It's way harder for your brain to detect.
Hey, I got that gel pepper spray. That gel pepper spray.
Right.
Every woman should have. It doesn't come back in your face,
Mhm.
and it's not going to feel good to whoever you put that gel pepper spray in their eyes. It's not going to
It
feel good.
stains too, I've heard.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it has a dye in it. And
It's
they
going
had
to hurt for a while.
my daughter's got that too. And but they had when they first came out with that, it didn't have the ultraviolet dye in it. But now it's got the ultraviolet dye, even if they can wash it off, which is hard to do because it's gel. They can run a ultraviolet light over it, and it'll show purple on their face or wherever you hit them with it. Did you know that?
I did not know that, and that's awesome.
Yep. It's got that dye in it that's like a stain, and it stains the skin. And so even though they may have the gel washed off of their face and stuff, at the police department, if you said, well, this guy looked like XX and X, and they say, well, they find somebody running down the street or whatever that matches that description, they bring him in, they can run that ultraviolet light over him, and it'll show purple where that pepper spray hit him in the face or on their clothing or anything, because it stains it and leaves that trace for you.
But if you hit them in the eyes with that gel,
oh yeah, they're going to be blind a good long while.
Yeah, just run.
Mm-hmm.
You won the battle.
Yeah, that's all it takes then.
If it works on bears, it's going to work on you.
Yeah. My daughter
And
was
that's
out
what I
there.
hated about the pepper spray, because it can, like, if the wind is blowing, it can come back on you.
Mm-hmm.
But this gel, no.
No, because it's heavier.
You're gonna hit wherever you want to aim at, and there's no come back from it like this person is going to be debilitated for at least a while. You can get away. And I
Yeah.
say this because I worked at UAB Hospital. Downtown
Uh-huh.
Birmingham is not safe.
Oh yeah, I know.
But you have to, as a woman, as an independent woman, a single woman, you have to know how to protect yourself just in case.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. You think, and I'm the same. I'm the same type. You think, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me, and as I feel, oh, I'm not scared,
Mm-hmm.
but be prepared
Yeah.
because it could happen.
And it happens that quick.
Yep. And then you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I listened to Misty and got Miss Jill Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta be ready, man. You
Absolutely.
gotta be ready.
Well, I don't know if you all remember Angel Eyes, and we lost Doug. I guess he got tired of listening to us. But anyway, there used to be a movie, a series of movies that came out, the Pink Panther movies with Inspector Calouso. Did you see any of those movies?
Yeah.
Inspector
Yeah.
Calouso had the little guy, Taito or whatever his name was, that was like the little ninja would jump out of the closets and attack him and all that. You remember that?
No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I have not seen that.
I think I watched some of those. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, it was funny.
Angel Eyes, of course,
funny.
Angel Eyes.
But he said they said you always got to be ready for the surprise attack. And he'd like open the refrigerator and this little guy jump out on him, and attack him. And they'd be rolling around on the floor fighting and stuff. But everywhere he went, it was a surprise attack by this little, I called him a little ninja, but I don't guess he was actually a ninja. But they were funny. They were older movies, but they were a hoot.
I'll have to look it up.
really-
I've probably seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 40, about to be 41, so I'm pretty sure I've
I
probably.
wish I could remember when I was 41.
I'm in my 40s, but that's all I'm going to say about that.
There's nothing wrong with being in your 40s.
Okay, bud. All right.
You're only
See you later.
as old as you feel.
Good night. Love you too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good night, buddy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Caden's calling it quits on us. Let me look at the chat here and see what I've been missing.
God bless you guys.
He said,
God
God
bless
you. guys."
you. God bless you. We love you. So
Good
good to
night.
meet you.
Yeah, but I had my last baby when I was 41. That's what Heather says. Yeah. Wow, Heather. My wife had ours when our last one was 34, I think. I think we were 34 when Cody was born, my son.
Heather, well, don't say that and leave us.
Huh?
I had my last baby when I was 41. Night, Jim. Don't leave us after saying that.
No, I'm not leaving you. I just said I was reading Heather's comment.
I
She
was
said
talking to
she
Heather.
had her last
I was
baby
talking to Heather.
when she was 41. Oh, yeah. Don't leave us, Heather.
Yeah, don't leave, Heather. Stay
You
here.
can't leave us with that comment.
That's right.
I can't believe
They're
I'm
not
staying.
true.
It's not California time. It's not that late out there.
I can't believe it's 1:08 and I'm still awake. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Ruined your night by coming on my chat. See, you see
It's
what happens.
midnight.
Of
It's
me.
midnight here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're in Alabama. You're Central Time.
Yeah, they're on Central Time.
Somebody told me today that you were up on somebody's chat until 6 o'clock in the morning. Was that true?
You
Me?
talking to me?
Yeah. I think Wayne said you were on somebody's panel until like 6 in the morning last night.
Oh, Alex. Yeah, I was on Alex's panel.
Oh.
We had fun. We had some fun last night. We were being silly.
I
But
first
it was
met
fun.
Alex through.
Birthday is Saturday. Happy birthday, Patricia.
Oh, happy birthday, Patricia! I didn't
Oh,
know
it's
Saturday was
Patricia's
your
Early
birthday?
birthday.
Happy birthday, Patricia.
It's tomorrow now.
Yeah, because it's after 12, so it'd be tomorrow.
Tomorrow is Saturday. Yeah.
That's tomorrow is when I go live with BB.
Here comes my other baby. Come up here. Come here.
Oh,
Oh,
the
Charlie
fur
Bear.
baby. The fur baby.
Charlie Bear. He's
Charlie.
full up. Boy, this one here taught him last summer when I got him.
So cute.
Only had him about
He's trying to lick you in the face.
when they came, and she taught him to do the high five. And she said, "I bet he don't remember that." I said, "I bet he does, because he'll come and he'll sit down, and he'll go, put that paw up, wanting you to give him that high five." It like it tickled her to death when she came and she saw that he was still doing that.
Oh.
She's going to teach him a new trick this time, she said. Right, Charlie? He's a big baby, that's for sure.
Charlie. We love Charlie.
That sounds like we're talking about Angel Eyes too. She's a spoiled baby.
Yeah. Yeah, they get that way.
I love the name too, Charlie.
Yeah, it's Charlie Bear, actually. I adopted him from the animal shelter. They were going to put him down because he wouldn't make up with people. And when I went up there, because they were going to euthanize him, and he had been there, I adopted him, not March of this year, but March of last year, on March 29th. And he had been there since August the 4th of that August before that, March. And so he's only like a little over 2 years old now, but he had lived most of his life in that shelter. And he was all the way on the end pen, and whoever's had him had been mean to him. And he will make up with a woman faster than he will a man. My son, he still won't make up with him. He tried to bite him twice, and he barely got his hand out of the way before he bit him. And so, are you taking him out?
Yeah.
Okay. When you take him upstairs, give him a cookie.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows that. But anyway, so he will not have nothing to do with my son. And so when these two came, when I first got it last year, when I got him, I told my grandson, Caden, the one that was here with me, I said, don't be butthurt now if he makes up with your sister faster than he does you. And he said, why? And I said, something about men. I said, he didn't want to make up with me. I had to go back twice and entice him.
Men probably beat him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I said I had to entice him twice with a bag of snacks to get him to make up with me. And then since I got him to make up with me, he's my shadow. I turn around and he's there, you know?
Yes. Oh.
And so, but I had lost my black lab that I had for 15 years. And I got him before she passed away because I knew it was going to be hard, just me and her being here. And I said, I'll just go ahead and adopt one, and that they were overrun at the animal shelter and was going to have to euthanize them. So he was the very first name on the list. And so I went and got him. Well, he would make up with the guys and the girls that worked at the shelter because he knew them. But when I went to look at him, he barked at me. And you know how they got those doggy doors that goes from the inside of the shelter run to the outside? He run through the door and And so I told the girl, I said, can we walk to the outside? Is there a way that we can walk out there? She said, oh, yeah. So we walked to the outside. He did the same thing, growled at me, barked, and ran to the inside. And I thought, well, he's not going to make up with me for sure. He's not even going to let me have a chance. So the next day, well, actually, it was a Tuesday. That was on a Saturday. On Tuesday, I
He
went up.
wanted to love you, but he was scared.
They were closed on Monday, and she said they might start euthanizing on Monday. And I said, oh, crap. And so I told myself, I'll call first thing Tuesday morning, and if he's still available, I'll come up if I make up with him. So they had a boy bring him into this room. It had like a cutout window, but there was no window in it. It's just framed out. And so this boy come in there, and he had a bag of snacks. So those pepperonis, like a stick of
Pepperoni, yes.
And so he said, this is his favorite snack. And so he had one out. He said, come on, Charlie Bear, come and get it. And so he ran over and got it, stood right there in front of that boy and ate it. So he hands me the bag. He says, try to get him to come to you with it. I held one out all my arm, full arm's length, you know. He come, he snatched it out of my hand. He growled at me and he ran to the corner and ate it.
Oh.
And so I thought, well, he ain't going to have nothing to do with me. And so I said, well, I'll try again. So this time I didn't fully extend my arm. I had it pulled back about halfway. He come, he grabbed it out of my hand. He growled at me and he ran to the corner and ate it.
Bless.
So the boy said, well, keep working with him. So I was sitting in a metal folding chair. And so the second time I took it and I just put my arm on my leg where my hand was hanging off. He come, he grabbed a pepperoni out of my hand, he ran to the corner and he ate it. So I said, well, I'll try another one. So still had my arm in the same position. And so he come, he looked at me, he was real skittish, you know. So he took it out of my hand and he sat down at my feet and ate it. And ever since then, I ain't been able to get away from him. He figured out that I wasn't there to hurt him, you know, but I think my son is short and stocky built. And I think that he must remind him of the person who was abusive to him. And he will not have nothing to do with him. The twins came that summer. He made right up with both of them. No problem. But
he laid right by your feet and ate the pepperoni.
Yeah, he sat down right at my feet and sat there and ate it. And then I gave him another one. I said, okay, let's go for a walk. So them girls that was working there, that boy called him. He said, come here. He said, you're not going to believe this. That one girl, she was crying. She had tears just pouring out her face. She said, please tell me that you're going to adopt him. She said, because we don't want to see him put down. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm gonna take him. And she said, thank God. She said, we're so attached to him because he's been here so long. And she said, last thing we want to see is him be euthanized. And I said, well, I don't want to see it either. So I brought him home, and they put a brand new harness on him at the shelter and gave me a brand new leash. And I opened the car door and he jumped in the car in the back seat. It's like a maybe a 7-minute ride from the shelter to my home. I got home. I thought that harness doesn't look like it's on correct or something. He stepped right out of it. He had chewed both sides of it off to where he stepped right out of it. I said, well, I guess you don't like harnesses, huh?
They're clever. They are clever.
They're smarter than we give them credit for.
This makes my heart so happy. Makes my heart so happy.
But, yeah. But anyway, it's you know, he's been a lot of comfort to me because it's just since my mom passed away, and it's just me here. So me and my 15-year-old lab, and she was getting in bad shape before I adopted him, and so I come home, and of course he's running around like crazy, and she just raised her head up like this and looked at me. It's like, what was you thinking? She's like, looked at me like I was crazy, you know. And she just sat there and watched him run around the house and playing with anything that he could get his hands on, chasing a ball or whatever, you know. And she just raised her head up and look at me, give me one of them looks like, "What was you thinking?"
Oh,
They never did fight or anything, though. She growled at him a time or two when he got to her food bowl.
they gotta get to know each other. Yeah.
But they got along fine until she passed away on April the 3rd of this year.
I'm sorry.
And so,
Oh.
yeah, that was my baby. I had her for almost 15 years. She was 15 years old, and I got her when she was barely 6 months old. So I'd had her for about
Yeah,
4.5
I
years.
had my miniature schnauzer. Her name was Leia. I
Yeah.
got her at 6 weeks old.
Oh,
She
wow.
was 15 years old. I
Mm.
got my 2 gold noodles, which were both here with her.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if she had a stroke, but I had to put her down because she was suffering. But I
Yeah.
got to hold her in my arms when
Yeah,
she went to sleep.
Daisy, she got down in her hips real bad. She was a black lab and she weighed about 70 pounds. And it was so funny. When we were in South Carolina and I got her down there, I met this vet at the veterinarian clinic. Her vet that had first taken care of her had left, and this other vet came in. And so I had a West Virginia cap on one day, and she looked at me and she said, "Are you from West Virginia?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Whereabouts?" And I told her. And she started busting out laughing. And I said, "What's so funny?" And she said, "I'm from the next town over." She named the next town. And I said, "You're kidding." And she said, "Nope." She said, "Small world, ain't it?" So she took care of Daisy up till we left South Carolina and came back here to take care of my mom. So I come back here. I go to the veterinarian clinic over here in Bluefield. And so I'm talking to the vet that owns that clinic over there. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I ran into one of your proteges." And he said, "Who was that?" And I said, "Dr. Price." And he said, "Ashley Price?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Where in the world did you run into her at?" And I said, "Down in South Carolina." I said, "She's at Summerville, South Carolina, working for Banfield Hospital." He said, "She don't want a job, does she?" I said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "She told me that her fiance did not like it down there because he's worked construction and he works out in that heat all the time." And he said, "I'm going to go in there and call her right now." And so I went back down there and was visiting with my brother, and I took Daisy over to the clinic over there. And I told her, I said, "I ran into your old boss." And she said, "Yeah, I know. He called me." And so now she's back up here working, and she was taking care of Daisy, and then she's taking care of Charlie Bear too. And so she told them girls, she said, "He's the reason I'm here." And I said, "No, it ain't me, it's her." and they couldn't believe it. They said, she said, "I've taken care of Daisy for a long time." And she said, "If it wasn't for her," she said, "and Dr. Blair," she said, "I wouldn't be here." But Dr. Blair told me, he said, "That was the best vet tech that I ever had working in this office." And she said, "Yeah, he was the one that talked me into going to vet school." And now she's back up here, and she took care of Daisy until she passed away. I had to put her down, and I think it about broke her heart about as bad as it did mine to put her down. And so she took care of Charlie. But when I had my black lab put down, they had this wooden, it was hand carved with daisies on the urn that her ashes are in, with a metal brass tag on the front of it with her name on it that she paid for her.
Oh. Yeah, my sweet Leia sits on my mantle
Yeah. So
in a beautiful
yeah.
room.
Heather said that's a good story. Heather, I thought we lost you. I thought you went to bed on us. I see you're still here, still hanging in there with us. Yeah. But that was, I told her, I said, what do I owe you for that? And she said, nothing. She said, we took care of it. Don't worry about it. And she told that girl, she said, I wanted to have something special made for her ashes to go in. I didn't want them just to be put in a plain urn, or whatever. But it's hand carved on the top of it. It's got little daisies carved all over it because that was her name. I said, how in the world could you ever find another vet that would pay out of their pocket to have something like that made for her? So, but yeah, he was my baby. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, guys, I guess I've held y'all up long enough. It's 1:25 here. And we started talking about all the other stuff and didn't talk too much true crime tonight, but it was glad to have you guys join me, and Brenda and Doug and everybody else that joined us tonight. I appreciate it. If you just do me one favor, and that's hit that like button for me. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. You'll hear some.
Subscribe to Misty. Subscribe to Angel Eyes. Subscribe to Bad Ash.
Yep.
I don't know who else got channels.
Yeah.
By the way, Misty, you're at 202 because I just looked.
You are
wow.
too sweet. You are too sweet.
202.
Yeah, for
Guys,
Misty,
go
she's up to 202.
subscribe to Misty Hayes.
Yeah,
Everybody go
Cameron.
subscribe to Jim. Jim's
She's,
Survival.
She is great. And Truth Warrior, I don't know why you didn't come up and join our party. But
Yeah, Truth Warrior, I was waiting on you.
Misty could have used the female counterpart here. We had her
That's what I
out.
was
I know,
saying.
girl. You left me hanging. You left me hanging, girl. It's okay.
But anyway, I thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. I hope I didn't bore you too much.
Oh, no.
This was so much fun. This was an amazing
Thank
live.
you.
This was
You got to meet my grandkids. I know a lot of people heard me talk
absolutely,
about them on here.
absolutely.
Sometimes you got to pivot, Jim. Sometimes you got to pivot and do things that ain't true crime. I did that Tuesday or Monday, whenever I went live before the last one with BB, before I had to reschedule with her. And I just did a thing where I just talked to the chat for an hour and a half.
Uh-huh. Well, good. Sorry I missed that one, Angel. I've been sort of busy with with the twins being here and trying to do things with them. And we went to the state fair yesterday. The West Virginia State Fair is going on right now, and they've been every year that since they've been here. And but my granddaughter, she wasn't feeling well. Her stomach was bothering her, so we ended up leaving earlier than what I expected. So I was in Patriot Pride last night, and then I fell asleep in the chair. I didn't see the very end of the show, and I was modding for that. Adam probably thinks, what the heck happened to him?
Well, Jim,
But-
you're doing awesome. You're doing awesome. And the mix of things is what everybody's looking for.
Yeah. Well,
Mix it up.
I just think that I started thinking about it, and I said, everybody's covering the Nancy Guthrie case. And there's other cases out there that probably needs to be, especially with missing kids, because that's a big part of my heart. I said, there's a lot of missing kids out there that their parents would like to have half of the coverage Nancy Guthrie's getting.
Exactly.
And so I decided to cover that. And then when I was in South Carolina, when I went out to their graduation, is when the little Javea Harris parents unalived her down in Aiken, South Carolina. And that story was just, like my mom used to say, hell's too good for some of these people,
Yeah.
And they dissolved her body. Her mother killed her. excuse me, unalived her. Sorry, YouTube, just slipped out. I was watching it on the news coverage down there, and I saw the sheriff's department come out of their house with what looked like it was either a table leg or a chair leg. I couldn't tell which. And it had an evidence tag on it. I thought, wow, why are they taking that? Then found out that this mother, she called into 911 and was hysterical, Oh, my baby's missing. I don't know where she is. I can't find my baby nowhere. And the 911 dispatcher's telling her, well, how old is your baby? Well, she's 4. And when the truth came out about it, her and her husband, well, I don't think they're married either, but anyway.
The boyfriend, yeah.
The daddy of the little girl unalived her, and they had this story. She's gonna call 911 and report her, and they had taken this kid and put her in a barrel of acid and dissolved her after her mom unalived her, and then drove 2.5 hours with her in the back of a truck and dumped her in a reservoir.
Sweet baby girl. Sweet
when
baby girl.
When the police started putting the screws to them, they admitted to what happened. Well, they didn't admit that they dissolved her into acid. They just admitted that the mother had killed her and that they had covered it up.
Right. They found the barrel. They found it.
It was at the house. But what
so
happened
disgusting.
was, how they did this, I don't know. They went and pulled a store video from a Home Depot and watched what the dad was buying. And so they told him that they dumped this kid's remains in this reservoir up next to Great Falls, South Carolina, which is almost to Charlotte, just right south of Rock Hill, if you know where that's at. But anyway, they told him that they had dumped this girl's body in there. Well, they sent divers in from State Law Enforcement Division, SLED, and the Department of Natural Resources, the Wildlife Police, had divers in there diving for like 5 days, and then they wasn't finding this girl's body. And the remains that that's the way they announced it, that they had found her remains, not her body. But they found out that they had dissolved this baby in a barrel of acid.
Acid, yeah. Oh.
Can you believe that? I just hope and pray that kid was unalive before they put her in that barrel.
That's sweet baby girl. Yeah.
She was
I hope she was unalive before they put her in the barrel, 'cause that's
4
all.
years old, pretty little black girl, and her parents did that to her. And I thought, and my brother was like, "Why are you watching that? Why are you watching that?" And I said, "Well, I'm interested in this case." I said, and I may present it on my YouTube channel. And he couldn't understand it, and but he's not into true crime or anything. He hardly ever watches the news even. But I said, I can't believe parents would do something like that to this kid. It's just like Angel Eyes was saying a few minutes ago. You take a kid to a hospital or a police station or anywhere,
Yeah,
say, hey,
how can you do that to your baby girl? And to sit there.
And here's the kicker to it, Missy. She was pregnant, 9 months pregnant when this happened at 4th of July.
And she had her baby.
Had another baby that same night.
Yep.
And
they say because she was stressed.
Yeah.
She sat there and told
the mother was the one that unalived the child.
Yes.
And
yes.
Then
she sat there and lied and said, "Oh, well, she was out here in her little pool." She lied. She sat there and lied and made it believable. That is what's so scary.
Well, she said that the little girl was playing in the chicken coop. That's what the story was that she told. But she unalived this kid and then had another baby, another little girl that same night. And immediately the Department of Social Services in the state of South Carolina immediately took that kid away from her. And I think her mother or either her sister is raising the baby now. They're locked up in Aiken County Jail.
Thank God.
No bond. They're going to stay there until they go to prison.
Thank God. Yes.
And
this
but-
poor baby, this poor baby.
If you heard that 911 call, you would actually feel sorry for that woman. You'd think, oh my God, what happened to her kid? I mean,
Exactly.
Oh, my baby is my baby. I don't know where, I mean, she put
How
on.
how can you portray yourself as being so emotional and upset and where is my baby when you know you unalived your own baby? How
And
can you
disposed
do
of it.
that? How can you do that?
But they had when the night that she reported this kid missing, they had over 100 searchers that searched over 6,000 acres of woodland.
And the baby
area.
was right there inside the house, the trailer, whatever it was they lived in. She
No,
was
they'd
right.
already taken her and dumped her in that reservoir. She was gone. The barrel was there.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
They had taken her and dumped her into the reservoir 2.5 hours away. But the people that lived in the apartment building in the Section 8 housing that police went and talked to where they had lived before they moved to Aiken up there at Great Falls, actually, I think it was Marion, South Carolina. But they had told the police investigators from SLED, that neighbors had to take this kid in and bathe her at night a lot of times and feed her. Said, this kid was mistreated way before she unalived her own kid. And it's like, oh my God. But I don't know that you've ever seen the guy Tyrus. He was used to be a professional wrestler. He's on Gutfield on Fox News every night, or just about every night. Sometimes he's not on there, but he had this shirt on right after this happened. He had this shirt on, said monsters are real, because he's a real big guy. He's like 6'9" and 300 some pounds. And he used to be a professional bodyguard for a lot of the rappers and stuff. And I looked at the TV. This was right after that happened. And I said, that's a very true statement. Monsters are real. They're not hiding under the bed or in the closet to get your kid. They might be living in the same house with you. Might be
Right in front of your face. They might be your parents.
Mm-hmm. But he had that shirt on that said, monsters are real. And I thought to myself, boy, if that ain't a true statement. But how these people can how they have a conscience, I don't know.
They don't have a conscience to do something like that. That's crazy.
No, that's right. You're right.
And I'm talking I've seen many of these cases. I've seen the body cam. I've seen body cam, and she said that her little girl never went out the door, but she said that her little girl was in a little kiddie pool. A neighbor said she saw this young child, baby, in the pool. Nobody was around.
Mm-hmm. It might be a different case. This one, the mother said, oh, I've run her bathwater and I was inside cooking, and she was supposed to be in the chicken coop for a few more minutes before it got dark. And all that was BS.
Yeah.
But
And I'm sorry. I've followed so many cases. I thought I was on the right case.
oh, you're fine. No, there's so many of them, honey. It's
But yeah. Regardless, it's sickening. It's sickening.
Yep. But it was, I wouldn't care whose kid it was. If I seen somebody mistreating a kid like that, I'd probably be in jail the rest of my life. And needless to say, if it was one of these guys or their little brother or sister, you know, I'd spend the rest of my life in prison, but they would never molest or hurt another kid or unalive another kid. I'll guarantee you that. I don't know, it's a sick world. That's why I tell all these people that's got little kids, watch them like a hawk, because you can't be too careful with them. No way.
All right. And truth, warrior. Yes. I'm sorry. I may have misspoke. Everything's running together.
Yeah, Truth Warrior lives she knows that area. She knows the area I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was going to go that Friday and search for her before I came home from West Virginia, and they announced that morning that the divers had found her remains. I think they found maybe pieces of skull and maybe teeth or something like that. They positively identified the remains that they found in that lake, in that reservoir, that it was.
I just don't know how they slept at night, Jim. I really don't.
I don't know, but you know what? I hope when they get to jail that they get the treatment that they deserve when they get to the prison. And that usually happens. But, you know, people that have kids, whether they've committed other crimes or whatever, once people have kids like that, and then you find somebody's a child molester or have unalived a child or hurt a child, and then they usually get theirs when they get to prison.
Yeah, because they don't like you messing with no kids in that place.
Nope. Sure don't. So, but you know, you just couldn't imagine a mother doing that, you know. But from what the investigators have put together, they think she went into a mad rage because the little girl wet the bed. Ain't that something to unalive your child over?
Because she went to bed.
Wet the bed.
Oh, wet the bed. Oh.
She's 4 years old. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's still no reason to do that.
You know, if ever a parent that ever had a kid that had an accident after they went to bed at night did something like that, there wouldn't be no kids in the world. I mean, you know, when you have kids, my wife and I, what we did with our kids when they were little was, and even these twins when they were little, we put those plastic mattress protectors there. So if they wet the bed, so what? We got up and we changed the bed sheets and wiped and cleaned it off and put new sheets on and put them back to bed. You know, but that's what they say, that the mother went into a mad rage because the child wet the bed. That was what they have.
That's crazy.
That was the reason for unaliving their daughter.
That's crazy, Jim. It really is crazy to me. I can't understand people.
People are evil. So evil.
I told somebody up at my shop one day, I said, the more I'm around people, the more I like my dog.
Oh, don't even get me started. I love my dogs are my best friends.
Well,
I will. I love my dogs more than I love people, and I'm not afraid to say it.
No, I'm not either. I told somebody on one of the chats when the Nancy Guthrie thing came up, and everybody was talking about how they didn't even search for her and wouldn't let EquiSearch or the United Cajun Navy or any of those people come in. I said, if Charlie Bear went missing, I'd have everybody that I know searching for him.
Mm-hmm.
Much less my mother or my kid or whatever, it just blows my mind. How could you, especially when, Savannah Guthrie, let's face facts. She could hire the world's best search teams at all for her mother, but they didn't.
Right.
That's what I don't understand. The girl's got money to pay for all kinds of shit. Why don't she pay somebody to look for her mom?
Well, you don't search for something that ain't missing.
There you go. Exactly.
If I lose this water bottle here and I say, what the heck did I do with my water bottle? I start looking. But if I know I put it in the refrigerator, or if I know I threw it in the trash, I'm not going to search for it. And I
Because you know where it is. You know where it is.
and I'm not here to defame or accuse anybody of anything.
This is only allegedly. Everything is only allegedly.
Allegedly and speculation, just my opinion. But I believe that Savannah and the whole bunch knew where Nancy was.
It's the only way to make sense of anything.
And I don't believe she's alive.
I don't either.
There's a lot of speculation about the ransom notes and this and that and something else. And I said, it's crazy. This case is completely crazy. I admit it. But they did nothing to try to find this lady. So the only reason I can think of is that you didn't put up some money and try to find her is you knew what happened to her.
Oh, well, they put up what? $1,500?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said that, Mitzi. That was funny.
If I was worth $40 million, which believe you me, I'm not, but I might be worth 40 cents. But anyway, if I was worth $40 million and my mother went missing, I would say, hey, you can have the whole 40 million. You can have everything I own to find my mom.
Give me my mom back.
Yep, that's right. I can make more money. I can't make another mom.
Yeah.
Can't make another mother. So, and it seems like, and I may be totally wrong about this, guys. It seems to me like they're covering up something for somebody. And I think we all have a suspicion of who's covering up what for who.
Absolutely. And it's another question. Why would even Savannah offer like $1,500? Maybe it was $1,600. I can't remember.
You're right, 1,500.
To find her mother? I mean, that's like change in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So what you said, Jim, I agree with, because she knew. They knew where
Yep.
where Nancy was.
Yeah, I think.
And then
right.
they increased it. They increased it just to play the game for the public.
Yep. And then, the only people that was keeping Nancy's story alive was the YouTubers.
Exactly. Yes.
Then Savannah calls Sheriff No-Nads over there and tells him, I want these people gone from in front of my mother's house. Doesn't make sense.
None of it makes sense to us, Jim. None of it.
None of it. No. Because it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Somebody make it make sense. Arresting the YouTubers out there searching and trying to find your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And the neighbors are, I love Alex. You're just, we're so scared. We're so scared.
Yeah.
If you've seen Alex, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're going to literally arrest these guys sitting on the side of the road, a public road,
On a
public street,
easement.
because they're just outside of Nancy Guthrie's house.
Well, when Dolly was out there, I didn't realize how dark it was out there. Dolly parked his car there one night. Heather's in the chat right now, and she knows this story. Dolly parked his car there up the street there somewhere, and after he'd shut his live stream down, he started walking back to his car, and you can't see your hand in front of your face. He couldn't see where his car was, and he knew where he parked it. And that's how dark it is out there. Why would anybody let their mother live in a place that's that dark with not allowed to have any street lights or any porch lights or any of that stuff on, and have a security camera on the front of her house and the other security cameras too that had no subscription? And your dog
no sense.
$1 million. What does that subscription cost a month? $30 a month or something?
Change in her pocket. Change in her pocket.
It'd be like me buying you a Coke.
Yep. And if she had the cameras, the desk cam, the ring cam, whatever it was, why would you not have a subscription?
Yeah.
She's living there by herself
84
in the
years
pitch
old.
black, 84 years old, can barely make it to the mailbox on a good day.
Right.
But you've got these cameras, but you don't have a subscription. Why? Well,
I don't know what everybody thinks, but I'm going to tell you what I thought about this whole thing. When the FBI went to Annie and Tomasio's house
A&T's.
in the garage with the lights out and was spraying luminol and taking pictures, something happened in that garage. They may not can prove it yet. Something happened in that garage. Why would they do that? Why would they take her car and hold it for 42 days and tear it completely apart? I mean, not her car, but their car, A&T's car.
A&T's, yeah.
Hold it for
Exactly.
42 days.
Exactly, Jim. You got a point.
Exactly.
They know something happened at that house. I don't think the crime scene is Nancy's house. I think the crime scene is the daughter's house.
Agreed.
You know, you don't take. Of course, they had an idiot for a sheriff out there that there was no such thing as an. Somebody said that he was still investigating it. I said, when did he start?
He's still there.
Exactly. When did he start? He never started.
I didn't know he had started an investigation into this.
He didn't. He didn't.
When
Missy, this is a.
I'm laughing, but it's not funny.
Oh, I know. I'm right there with you. I worked 2 murders when I was doing my crime scene internship for my school. And the first one I worked was a young boy double-crossed a drug dealer, and he ran down the street, and they shot him in the back. And he ran over to this woman's house, and he did this number, and he just slid down her door. Well, he was beating on her door trying to get in.
Oh,
this
God.
lady was an older lady, lived by herself. She wouldn't let him in. So once everything quieted down, he wasn't beating the door down. She peeked out the door, and here he is laying on her front porch.
Oh, my God.
Crime scene tape went up that night. We put the crime scene tape up, and there was a Charleston City cop that sat there 24 hours a day for 4 days before that crime scene tape ever came down. Till we gathered every piece of evidence that there was. The shell casings, the coroner came, and they weren't even allowed to touch the body until crime scene got finished with it. I photographed that whole scene.
There you go.
I photographed that whole scene. You look at Nanos, what they did, took the crime scene tape, put the crime scene tape up, took the crime scene tape down. 24 hours later, we put the crime scene tape back up. You know, oh, well, we've gathered everything. Take the crime scene tape down. Oh, what? FBI's coming in. We got to put crime scene tape back up.
This is
It was both.
After,
it was a joke. It was such a
After-
fucking joke. And they didn't even take evidence.
No.
that was after they let people onto the property after they took it down before they said, "Oh, we got to seal it back up again."
They didn't even know the blood was on the porch till Brian Eaton photographed it.
Right. They didn't
And-
take the doormat. They did nothing.
No,
They
still
did
hasn't taken the doormat. It's still there.
If it's in my opinion, they did everything to allow people to trample all over the crime scene, which was never considered a crime scene because Nanos did nothing. But
Thank you, Misty. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you very much.
Hey, Chris, how you doing tonight? Hope you haven't caught any ghosts there tonight.
Chris is on chat.
Yeah, he's in the
Chris,
chat.
come on, panel.
He
Come on.
said hello to my favorite Misty.
He said
Everybody
hello
loves Misty.
all.
Chris, I thought I was
My
your
favorite.
dude. What's wrong?
Jim, everybody loves Misty, so
I know they do. She'll pass us up and
I
never
love all
even
you
look
guys.
back.
I love all you guys.
But Chris, if you want to come up, I'll send you the link. If you want
Chris,
to come
come
up and
up.
talk with us.
Come up.
he's
Please,
probably
Chris,
scared of them ghosts. He ain't coming up here.
I want to hear you say, "Oh God." Come on, Chris, please. Said no. Oh, yeah, I see that. Come up on panel, Chris, please.
He's probably scared of them ghosts, Misty. They're probably scaring him.
All right, now, Chris, your favorite Misty's asking you to come up, so you're going to disappoint her.
Come on, man.
There's the link if anybody wants to come up, if Heather or if you, Chris, whoever else is.
He said not tonight, going to bed. Man, you can't come up for like 2 minutes.
Oh, come on, Chris.
Chris.
It's 2 a.m. in the morning. You're still awake.
Yeah, he's still awake or he wouldn't be in a chat, would he?
Yeah, if you're going to bed, you can come up for like 2 minutes and say hey to me. Chris.
3 minutes. I won't even harass you about the ghost. I promise.
No, because I can't say that, so I'm not making that promise.
All right, Angel Eyes. We're
Whatever,
trying to get
Chris.
you to come up. You're not-
Whatever.
How come when she talks, it comes through my speaker? I don't understand that. We're both. It comes up, lights up as Angel Eyes.
There he is.
Is he here?
He's here.
Hey.
Just
How you doing,
what I
Chris?
just
Chris.
what I didn't want to do is come on tonight.
Well, thank you for coming on to say hey. We love
We
you.
appreciate it.
It's all Misty's fault.
It's all
Yes,
Misty's
it's
fault.
all my fault. It's okay. I take all the blame.
Everything's Misty's fault, right?
That it is.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind.
Someday she'll actually come on my panel. Someday.
Mm.
Dang it. See, all you guys, I see all you guys, and then I'm like, oh, wait. I've not been like on their lives.
Mm-mm.
Truth Warrior, you want to come up?
Come on, Truth.
Come on, Truth. Come on, girl. I need a girl up here.
She needs some female companionship. Come on, Truth.
But yeah, Chris. Like
Yes.
it's hitting me that I forget to go to all of you guys' channels.
Well.
And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How could you, Misty?
Sure.
Ugh.
I feel
I'm
special.
trying to keep up with everybody. Okay? Okay?
That's hard to do when there's 9 million YouTubers.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim, for supporting me. Chris, what's your opinion? Come on, talk to us.
On what?
He said I would.
Oh, you've not been watching.
Which
On
one?
Nancy.
On Nancy?
Mm-hmm.
Chris, how come you haven't subbed to my channel yet, Chris?
I think I did. I thought I did. If not, I will. But I thought I
Chris,
did.
what's your opinion on the case?
on Nancy?
That's what we're talking about. So
She's
that's
missing.
what she wants to know. What's your opinion?
That's my opinion. She's missing.
Come on, you can do better than that.
I'm actually beyond the Nancy Guthrie case.
What are you? Okay, well, what do you
But-
want to talk about?
No. I can talk about it. What?
Oh, okay.
do
You
I
change your mind now.
I think she is. I just think it's above all of us. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's just a random thing. I think it's way above all of us.
Yeah.
I vote with Army Vet. It's higher than anybody knows.
Do you think she'll ever be found, Chris?
No. Nope,
I don't either.
I don't.
Do you think she's still alive?
She could be. She could be.
Do you think whoever did this will be found?
No. Nope. If it is above everybody, you're never gonna know anything. Even if she is alive, the only way that anybody will know is if somebody slips. You know.
Yeah.
But again, look at it this way too. What if it wasn't a ransom at all? What if it was a threat against, I don't know, somebody in the family, Savannah, her husband, Cameron, whatever, and she is now in protective custody somewhere special that we'll never know about ever again?
But what's the point of it?
Well, take out the money, take out the ransom. Who in that family would be of any value to anybody?
Of value,
Mm-hmm.
or who
So-
would do this for value?
Well, think about it.
Yeah, let's think about it. Talk to me.
Who-
Talk to me, man.
See what
Talk
I,
to
I
me.
knew this is what you were going to do to me. Think about who in the family has any information that could help any country in the world. There's only two people. One is Cameron. Two is Savannah's husband. He's got more power than Mark Kelly does.
Mm-hmm.
So if
What are
if-
they going to gain if Nancy is missing?
not Nancy missing, just I think again, look at the year we live in and all the threats that we hear every single week from all over the country. We find out these things first. And they got word that, hey, this is what may happen, and they put her in protective custody. Again, that could be bogus. But if you take away the money, what would be the reason they would take Nancy?
Exactly.
It would have to be,
I agree with
Or-
you 100%.
yeah, it would have to be for something. And both Cameron and Savannah's husband, they have a lot of information. I highly go against it not being Cameron. I go towards Savannah's husband because he's got more pull than any of them all.
You know my final theory.
Mhm.
You know my final theory.
So
If you've heard me on any channel.
I've heard you on every channel but mine. So,
I'm sorry.
but yeah, no, sure.
Chris.
But yeah, no, I mean, but then again, it could, see, this is the problem. It could be that. That's what I lean towards. Just it's higher up. It's all, I think, again, what happened in the beginning was if they just say she was taken for protective custody and they're not going to tell you that. So they have to come up with something. And I mean, this could be far fetched. But
So
they have
you're
to come up
saying,
with
so you're
stories.
saying that they planted the blood on the front porch.
Yep.
They took Nancy.
Yep.
She's in protective custody from who?
Whoever made the threat to take her. Again, you got to remember, we find these things out first, right? We always hear, these days anyways, we always hear the threats because it's always said over the air for some odd reason. But we hear the threats. As a protective, we grab Nancy. She's put away hiding. That's if it's the higher up thing again. But you're going to hide her and she's never going to come back because that threat could never be not. You can't stop that threat because it's from another country. So it could happen whenever. So she's just like FBI custody. You get a new name, you get new everything. But I'm not saying she's getting a new name and everything, but she could be in Italy with A&T.
So if a new name, this
Guys,
is
I'll be
all
right back.
okay. I'll keep the conversation going.
Keep
Love
everybody
Jim. Love Jim.
Misty, you're in charge then.
So if it's all a cover up,
Mhm.
Nancy, let's say Nancy's in Italy. Let's say she's in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
What's the purpose of the whole porch guy? What's the purpose of making sure if it is staged? What's the purpose of being on camera?
Well, that's where it goes back to in the beginning. I
The
think
porch guy was a distraction, Chris.
Well, don't tell Chris what to
he could be.
think.
He could be.
Angel eyes.
No, he could be a distraction, but who's to say he wasn't in the house?
But why would you put yourself on if this is a setup,
Mm-hmm.
a distraction? Why would you put yourself on camera in this case? This is a big case. This
it's
is a huge case. Why would you put yourself on camera and try to say that it's a setup? A setup, you're not going to allow yourself to be on camera. A setup, you're not going to allow your face, which I know he had a mask on, but you're not going to allow anything to be seen.
You're never gonna know who the porch guy was. Never.
Yeah,
But again,
probably not.
So
Probably not.
I think one of the biggest problems is that even if I'm just calling it, they put on a little show, right? The guy, that's fine. He's covered up. We're never going to know who he is. You can't see who he is. Nobody knows who he is. Just say it was a little show, a little show they put on. Number one, nobody in Pima County and nobody in that Guthrie family thought that every news channel in the country would come there and stay there for a month. But then after that, nobody figured that the streamers were going to stay for 5 months and not leave. So even if it was just a little bit of a show to throw people's off, which, you know, far-fetched, who knows? That whole people staying and not leaving got out of control. They didn't expect that. Nobody expected us to, or them to still be doing it to this day. So if you're playing a little story now, because everybody's still there, now you got to keep it going. You can't stop it now. So it's like the, you know, when you say a little lie and then you get a little caught up and you got to keep it going and going and going. Could be something like that. But again, then it could just be, it's not random, right? So it's not a random thing. You just, there's no way.
Mhm.
So it's either cover up or it's a hit, just a plain out hit. That's it.
In
I
my
don't-
opinion, it's definitely not random.
No way is it random. Just like the cadet that was unalived yesterday, that wasn't random.
Yeah.
That not random. I mean, look at the guys that did it. You
Yeah.
know what I
And
mean?
going back, yeah, to stay on one subject, Nancy was taken from her home. Maybe she was taken before being back at her home.
Mm-hmm.
All we have are facts.
Yep.
All
That's it.
we have is her cell phone, her watch, disconnecting the Bluetooth from her pacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn about a spike on her pacemaker. That's what
No.
pacemakers do. You have a
Yeah.
spike. You have
Yeah.
spike here, spike, spike, spike. That's how pacemakers work.
Mm-hmm. I never get into that pacemaker conversation because people seem to get aggravated when you talk about it. And
Well,
like, you know,
I do. I get aggravated
I know. Well, you know. Last
because
time I
it's
checked,
pointless. It's pointless.
yeah, I don't. And even when it didn't pick up on the home base thing over there, that doesn't mean anything to me because the person that may have taken her could have just unplugged it himself and brought it with him. Like here's the other theory though. Well, number one, Nancy's house is crime scene number 2. That's not crime scene 1. Crime scene number 1 is at A&T's house. And I can tell you why, or why I think it is. When they went there 5 times, what did they bring out the first time? They brought out 2 larger yellow bag envelope type things full of evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing happened at that house, they're not just taking random things. They can't. It has to be evidence. For them to go in and remove something from that house, it has to be physical evidence that they believe or that they can see that they need to take that and have it tested. So what did they take? Nobody knows, but they took
What
it.
did they take?
Exactly. So that is crime scene number 1 because that's where she was.
Thanks, Heather.
supposedly,
Good night.
before she went home. So that is crime scene number 1. Nancy's crime scene number 2. You know, look at, they kept A&T's car for 42 days. They took that thing apart down to like nuts and bolts. What did you find?
A&T's car, yeah.
They found something. There's no way they kept it for 42 days, had to send it back to a dealer to put it back together if they didn't find anything. They found something.
And they took it apart for a reason.
Yeah, of course they did. And unfortunately, we're never going to know. And then the evidence that is in Quantico now, the hair without the root, we're never going to know because that's never going to come out. We're never going to know anything.
Even the blood samples that that Nanokio sent to Florida, we don't even have those results.
No, we never are. We're never going to know them.
We never will. Exactly.
I don't see, and you know what? I'm one to, I don't focus on the blood because it could have been there already. It could have been there for days. We don't know. You know, who knows? We don't know. They can look at it and they can tell you all they want about it. Oh, well, it wasn't oxygenated or it was oxygenated or whatever. And it looks like it came out
Exactly.
of the nose.
But what is there that could prove the
Nothing.
perp? The perp. Did they take them out? Did they look at a shoe print? Did they look at fibers?
You know,
They did nothing.
I know everybody does, but I'm one person. I do not focus on the mat because I think that's what they were doing the day that they had the tent. Remember when they put the white tent up on the porch?
Right.
It was to the door. What were they doing with it? The only thing I can think of is they were luminol in the mat, or they were pulling fiber off the mat or something, because there was nothing else there.
They took the door camera brace off the house too, because when they took that tent down, then the brace was gone.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they can have that brace all they want.
Yeah, I say they did take that too.
But and they didn't put up a tent to take the brace off, right?
No.
I mean, So they were doing something. And the only thing that's there was the mat. And then, of course, the flowers, but whatever the hell those flowers were, they were still there.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do anything with those? Nope.
And yeah, we didn't see inside the house.
Nope.
We don't know
We don't know
any
nothing.
samples they took, any
Hey, Chris.
evidence they took.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something about that. It just hit me. I just got this thought. You think that maybe that when they set the tent up to block all the view off at the front door, they opened that front door and was luminol on the inside of the house?
Oh, they could have been. I mean, it was daylight. I mean, they could have. I would have thought I thought they already luminoled, but I don't know. I don't remember. It's freaking almost 7 months ago now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Poor lady. But yeah, no. I mean, they could have been doing anything.
Because at first they said that there was blood droplets inside the door, and
I did hear that, but I never. I heard that there was blood inside the door, inside the house, but I don't know. Nobody knows except for who. Maybe
I just wonder if they were doing something with the testing, not only at the mat and stuff, but inside that doorway too.
They were probably doing the whole damn door.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? I mean, they could have been.
Should have been anyway.
Here's the other thing.
Should have been. Yeah. Should have been.
Yeah. This porch guy. I understand that he was covered head to toe, shoes, pants, jackets, backpacks, gloves, taped sleeves, masks, maybe double masks. My whole point is and people are like, well, there'll be no DNA. I'm not too sure about that. He had to get dressed.
Mm-hmm.
He had to put that stuff on, and I'm sure he didn't get dressed with the gloves on.
Right.
So there could be hair on that mask that fell off. It's anything, but again.
And even with the gloves, Misty knows this because she worked in the medical field just as well as I did. You put on a pair of gloves, what are you doing? You're pulling them up over your hand. You're putting your fingerprints on the outside of those gloves.
Yeah. Either way, one of them you're pulling with your fingers. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's
And everybody
so
wants
much.
to speculate that it's not like it's some kind of magical glove. Like, no,
No, not at
no,
all.
there is a glove.
Yep.
He is gloved,
hmm
and not.
Go ahead. No, I mean, again, how many layers of skin do you lose a day? You know, how much skin? How much, Misty? How much skin falls off you every day? Well, not like skin, not walking down the street and just a layer of skin falls off, but the skin cells that fall off. There's lots a day, right?
Millions of them.
Okay, look at
Skin cells? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a nurse.
I know.
I'm not forensics, and I'm not gonna pretend to know that answer.
No, but I mean, it is a lot. I know it's a lot. I've looked it up before. I don't just remember them. I don't care. Maybe it's 100. I don't care, but still, it's falling off. There's nothing you can do about it. Look at. Last time I checked, he wasn't wearing goggles, so his eyelashes are there. His eyebrows are there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Mouth was there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, and when you talk, you spray. You can't see it, but you spray. We all know that.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure he wasn't talking to himself, but, you know.
But we can never go back and collect that. That's the
I know.
problem.
I know they should have collected it the first day. But here's the thing, okay? If anybody here or anybody following this case thinks that Nanos made the decision to hand that house back and pull everybody away, sorry. He got a call that said, okay, you guys are done. Pull out. Pull away.
Yeah,
they're done. Close it down. He got it from somewhere. Why did Mark Kelly come with donuts? To tell him, hey, you know, Savannah's my friend. Do whatever it is you can do. He ain't doing that. Mark Kelly came there to tell him something. Because he ain't going to do it over the phone. Because the phone's being recorded. So he's not going to do it over the phone.
Right.
He's going to go there in person and be like, hey, listen, wrap it up. You know, I mean, look at.
And I don't give a damn. I'm sorry. If
You're fine.
Nanos was told to get it wrapped up, obviously he was told to get it wrapped up within 1 day and give the house to the family. So I don't give a damn the reason or why. It is not justice.
No.
You have an 84-year-old woman missing, taken from her home, and you're just gonna be like, okay, guys, wrap it up. You got to wrap it up. If somebody was telling Nanos to do this, shame on them. And if Nanos did what they said, shame on him.
Right.
Nanos is a clown.
Oh yeah, he's
Nanos is a clown.
He's a crook. That's what he is. He's
he's a criminal.
He
is a criminal that got into this position by lying.
Right.
He needs to be in that jail that he's got.
Oh yeah, and I think at some point he will be. But I've always said this from the beginning.
Sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to cuss.
No, you're fine.
If he's been in law enforcement for a lot of years, and he's a criminal, he's a crook, he's conniving, and he would do anything to win the election. But I've always said this, and I will always say this. If anybody thinks he's that stupid to screw up an investigation like that on purpose, you're wrong. There's no possible way after freaking 50 years that he doesn't have any clue what he's doing.
Right. It's intentional.
You're wrong. He knows what he's doing.
It's intentional.
Yes, he's a crook, but he knows what to do. And that's what I think a lot of people look through when they're just like, "Oh, he's stupid." He might be stupid, but he knows what he's doing. He's not dumb. He's smart because look at what he's gotten away with. Look what he's able to do.
He thinks he's smart. But this one right here, this is going to shine the light
Well,
on Ninokio.
yeah, that's my other point, though.
You can't keep winning,
know
Ninokio.
what?
This right here is going to shine the light on your sorry.
What is he? You know what he is? He's the fall guy. When it all comes down, it's going to be on him. And that's how they're making it. They're making it be on him. He's going to be the one to take the blunt right in the face. And there's not a damn thing he's going to be able to do about it. And I blame Pima
And I'll
County.
be on the front row. I'll be on the front row.
I
to see
blame
that.
Pima County. I blame the state of Arizona. And, I go as far as blaming the people in Arizona that have the opportunity right now to get the 123,000 votes that they need to just get the recall to go. And they can't get 13,000. So, you know what? If all these people in Arizona, in Pima County want to complain about them, well, go do something about it. But they're
That's
not
right.
doing it. They're not doing it.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I know you got to
And
drive
that makes
somewhere.
me so sick. That makes me
Sign
so
that.
sick.
Yeah, because, you have the opportunity to get rid of them. Second, this is why I blame Pima County or Arizona itself. You told everybody in the beginning, when this all went down and people were like, get rid of him, they said the only way that he can be gotten rid of is through the recall or if he breaks the law. And he's brought up on charges. Okay, well,
He broke the law when he got the position.
He broke the law when he arrested the guys. And that's all that needs to be known is he broke the law by having those guys arrested. And they
He
know
lied
that.
on his resume. He
Yeah,
lied.
no. And you know what? He'll never, ever, ever be charged with anything to do with that. He
No.
won't. You know why? Because they knew if they did their job when they were hiring him, they would have found out that he had 37 suspensions. This man had 37 suspensions.
Wow.
They did not do their job. So they didn't look into him when they hired him.
Well, there you
But
go. That's why
he,
Pima County and Tucson is just going to shit.
yep. I mean, look at it. It's out of control. And then the other thing that we all know, I'm in Massachusetts. Massachusetts State Police. Remember what I said, state police. They work for the state and their boss is the governor
Right.
of Massachusetts. They answer to him or her, whoever it might be. Arizona State Police. That means they have jurisdiction throughout the entire state, not just one county. The governor is in charge of the state and the state police. So you're telling me that the governor can't say, hey, go to Pima County and you can take over the case. You're the boss. You're in charge of Arizona. You can't tell me he can't do that with the state police. Let me just say that word one more time. State police. That means the whole entire state.
That's right.
It doesn't mean everything but Pima County.
Mhm.
So what we did learn is, okay, yes, he's an elected official, great. He can't be removed unless it's criminal or via the recall. Well, you know what? If he's removed, just say he's removed tomorrow, and the board can't come up with a replacement, it's funny. In that situation, the governor can pull rank and hire whoever he wants.
Yeah,
in
can
that
appoint somebody.
situation. Well, you know what? If he can do that when the sheriff's gone, he can do that right the fuck now. I don't care. Sorry. I don't care what anybody says. The state police, they own the state. You can go in there and say, listen here, stupid ass. If I was the governor, I don't know, I'd be fighting. I'd be down there like, listen, this is crazy. You know, it blows my mind. That's why everybody that are sheriffs like it, because there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. They can do whatever they want.
All our minds.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no way possible that should be allowed. The governor should be in charge of everything. No, he doesn't have to run it, the sheriff's department daily, obviously, but when there's an issue, he needs to be able to step in and say, hey, look, that ain't happening under my fucking watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just send the state police, listen here, we're taking it over. But that's it. We're going to help you. And then to listen to, to just the crap that flows out of everybody's mouth down there. I do not like that state now, and I've never even been there. I don't look at what's
I've been
going
through
on.
it. I've driven through it, but yeah, I will
Yeah,
not.
keep on driving. Don't ever stop.
Keep driving, yeah.
There's no need to. There's no need to. And I'm not changing subjects, but like the people in the neighborhood where that cadet was killed, they're like thinking about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how does this happen? And it's under it's under it's Pima
Tell me
County.
this was not targeted. Tell me it was not targeted.
The cadet? What'd you say?
The shooting.
Oh yeah, no, it was targeted. They didn't just walk into the house and be like, oh hey,
Yeah, it what
come on.
but some people said, oh, it was just about money.
Nah, it
We're
wasn't
just going back to the same
no
thing
money.
over and over and over. No. This
No way.
person, these two people, originally it was 3, but now
Yeah.
apparently
No.
it's 2, went into this house,
Mm-hmm.
pewed
Mm-hmm.
this sweet, young 23-year-old
Both
that
of
was
them.
a recruit.
Yep.
And
Really?
pewed
Well, the
Yeah.
his
girl was
pregnant wife.
She's alive. Yeah. Her and the
Yes,
baby.
she's
Are,
she's alive and she's okay. But
yes, the
she's got
baby is. The
Mhm.
baby's okay. She's
Yeah.
pregnant. Yeah. But the baby's okay. But you're right though. But here you go. There's either two things that happened. They had horrible aim when they were trying to shoot her, or they weren't there to take her out and they just wounded her.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think they were there to take her out.
But then
They
somebody,
took out who they wanted to take out, and
yeah,
that's what's concerning to me.
yep. And then here's somebody else said this. What if he wasn't the target, and what if she was the target, and he got in the way of it? Because remember, she's a jailie. So
Well,
He
they were.
was too
They both
previously,
were.
wasn't he?
he was too. Yeah, she's still
They
a
both.
jailer at Pima County
They
at the jail.
both work as correction officers.
Well, she does now. He's a cadet, so he was just about to be a cop on
Yeah,
the
he
27th.
was a recruit.
Yeah.
With the police department, but
Tucson, yeah.
originally they
He was
both,
a jailie.
and she was currently still a corrections
Yep.
officer.
So here's the
He
thing.
was at first. He was
Yeah.
now a recruit and
two.
somebody walked into his house,
Yep.
pew-pewed him,
Mm-hmm.
unalived him.
Yep. He took 2 shots to the head. It wasn't like center mass. It was 2
Whatever
shots
it
to the head.
was, whatever
It's
it
crazy.
was, it unalived him. Whatever it was, it unalived him.
Yes, it did. Now, what is that? But that tells you something, though. Where he took the wounds tells you something.
Yeah.
They weren't.
I don't know where he took the wounds.
They're in
I
a.
don't
They,
know.
he took 2 to the head.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he took 2 to the head, and that wasn't. That's not. No, sorry. You're aiming. You're not just. You're not just pew-pewing.
Oh yeah, you're on a mission. I'm
Yeah,
saying
you're
pew-pew
aiming.
because I don't know what I can say on YouTube.
No, just pew-pew and wounds. But yeah, no, I mean, think about it. Whether you're watching, just anything, cops, cops aren't trained to shoot people in the elbow or the big toe. You're taught shoot to unalive,
Yeah, and these masked men went
shot
in
to unalive.
and pew-pewed him in the head.
Yep. And then the girl in the shoulder.
Yes,
is
his wife,
lucky.
fiance,
Mhm.
whatever it may be, and she was pregnant. She is pregnant.
Yep, she is. But luckily, she's good and the baby's good.
Yes, but she is now
Screwed and without her.
living
Without
her life.
husband or fiance or whatever.
And she was there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know that, but I mean, she was there and she
It's
watched
so
it.
traumatic. It's so
She's
traumatic.
traumatically screwed up for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
She had to watch it. You know what I mean? She did. She had to watch what happened. That. And then they got these, and they, well, at least they know who these guys are.
Do they?
Yeah.
Have
They
they
know who
found
they are.
him?
They know they haven't found them yet, but they know who they are. Just go on.
Well, they're
just go
still out there on the loose. So
yeah,
that's
go on. They recovered
scary.
the car. They found the car in a parking lot, and then they have the guys in a gas station. So if you go on X or to Tucson, he's live
I don't
right
care
now.
if they found the car. I want them to find
Yeah, they
these
got to track
people
the guys
that
down.
did this.
They know who they are.
They
So,
need to find them.
Yep.
They need to find them because they're still out there. And if they can do this, who
Exactly.
knows what else they can do?
Exactly. And it'll be in the end to find out, why. That's always the thing for me is I need to know why.
And yes, that's the
Why?
big question. Why?
Why would you do this? Why?
Why?
Just who paid
Was somebody
you?
about to speak? Was somebody about to say something?
And then you got these. I and I'm never going to say who, but you got these streamers that are already trying to connect this to Nancy. Like this has nothing to do with Nancy Guthrie.
No.
And they're just trying their hardest to link them all together. And I'm like, dude, just let it play out.
But what if it's somebody that was about to say something?
The cadet.
What if it was somebody about to say something and reveal a truth? So this happened. Do you get what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah, anything's possible, Who knows? But we'll see. I mean, hopefully they can find these guys. I mean, and bring them to justice and see.
I hope they
But-
find them. I hope
everything's
they find them.
happening. Everything's happening in Pima County. You know what I mean? Everything is just
Right?
just keeps happening there.
Like what is
Wonder
going
why.
on?
Like,
Wonder why? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you have you have Nancy Guthrie, obviously, and then you have this that just happened. But then you had all the other home invasion from last week or the week before, and then you had what was
another
that lady?
84-year-old lady that
Yeah.
was taken
Yep.
from her home.
Yep. And then what was that lady that was arrested there? She murdered that person. She with the hammer or some shit. That lady from the area, but whatever. Yeah, there was that. But there's.
But are you talking about the lady that was unalived by her son?
No.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah, they had that one too.
No. This was the lady. She unalived the guy.
Yeah, but there was
Yeah.
the lady that was unalived by her son too, and that was
Yep.
right there in Pima County. That was right there in not far
Yeah,
from
857 is right there before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. I mean, it's a lot, and that's all
So,
that.
wait a minute.
we all
I'm
know.
missing something. What was the last thing, Chris?
The late. What do you mean? The one that I was talking about?
The last unaliving.
She unalived the guy. I don't remember. Did she break into the house and unalive him or something like that?
He
beat
broke
him
in
with
the
a-
house from her, didn't he?
I don't remember, but she's in jail though. I forget the whole story, but yeah, it was another one. Just
Okay, well, I missed that one. I'm sorry.
I think
you
that was
may
like
be
her
right.
second time too.
Yeah, I think you may be right, Chris. She broke into the house
Yeah,
and unalived the guy.
with like a hammer or something, or the
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, wasn't that the
God.
wrench thing that they were talking about? Didn't she do it with a wrench too, or something like that? Remember the wrench attack
I
thing
don't-
that was going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
But she
I don't know about
unalived
the
him.
thing, but
But
yeah,
they got
she did. She broke into a house and
yeah,
unalived the guy.
yeah,
Oh my
And
gosh. See,
yeah,
I've not
so-
heard about this one.
yeah. No, it was.
That's
It
Happened
was probably about
what,
a month and a
I was
half
going to say
ago.
about 2 months ago, but yeah,
2 months,
probably.
somewhere around there. But we went over so I went on to the Pima County website, and they have like the year to date breakdown of every crime, the numbers are astronomical. Like
Mhm.
of just of every type of crime you could think of, home invasions, sexual assaults was like, and it was from January of this year, January 26th till not last week, the week before last, I think, because they don't update it every week, it's however often they do it, but sexual assaults was like 678
what?
from January till now.
Oh my God.
There was like crimes and stuff like that, like larcenies and like
Robberies.
shoplifters and stuff, robberies like that. They were in the thousands.
Well,
It's like
well,
2,000.
the night that Dolly was out there and they had 2 pedestrians hit and killed by cars.
Yeah, this
2
just
hit and runs.
yeah, this area is not
Not a very good area to live in.
no, and I'm only talking about Pima County,
Right.
There's every place else too.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a I don't think it's a safe place. I mean, I don't these days all places have their issues. But
Oh,
Well, the
absolutely.
Go ahead, Misty.
I'm the type of person I want to go to that place.
well, you better bring security.
Hey, I'm a little scrappy. I am
That's
a
all
little
right.
scrappy.
That's good, but you get around these wingnuts. They have a lot of homeless too.
Mhm.
So, and I think I don't remember if it was last year or if it was this year. Their homeless numbers can almost like fit in the same category as the California numbers. And
Wow.
California is like, I think 90% of the population there is homeless, but because that's where you go for good weather, but that's insane. Like,
Yeah, I don't get scared though. Like I want to
No, I
come in and see what it's all about, record it.
yeah, well, you know who's going there? My granduncle, Devil Dog 88's going there. He's going to be in Pima County for a week.
That's cool. I want to go. I like to do things on my own.
Yeah, no, he's taking his wife and they're going there. He's gonna
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah, he's gonna go and do some investigating over there and see what he can find out.
That's awesome.
So, it shall be fun. I tried to get him to take me, but he said no.
You don't cook bacon.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You can go with me.
I don't,
You can
I
go
don't
with
know
me.
if I don't know if Misty's ever been on his chat or not, but his wife brings him bacon and eggs and stuff.
And potato
Computer.
or pancakes and milk. Oh,
Yeah.
this guy
Those
is.
waffles with syrup and butter.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you.
She treats
Devil
him
Dog
right, that's for sure.
is a good man. He is a good man. I love that guy. He's my granduncle. So granduncle is grandfather uncle. I made it one.
Got it. We got it.
So he's a good
Okay,
dude.
guys, I'm gonna jump out.
So on I, because I said 2 minutes. And it's
Yeah.
been
He's
now,
been
I
here
don't
about a
know,
minute and a half.
yeah, right. But yeah, well, hey, it
Thanks,
was
Chris,
fun.
for coming on tonight and chatting
Yeah,
with
no
me.
problem.
Misty.
At some point,
Appreciate it.
Misty will come on my show at some point. I mean, that would be
Yeah,
that
and
would
I
be
may come
nice.
on your show too.
Yes, because I'd like to be able to say, and my special guest, Misty. But that'll
I'm
probably never
telling you,
happen.
I forget
Your-
about.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I
your
see all you
viewership-
guys, and then I forget. Like, oh, let me go to their channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Your
sorry.
viewership would go up sky high, Chris, when you
I know,
announce
right?
Misty as your
Once
guest.
everybody hears Misty's on there, oh, we're going.
I'll be there.
All right.
We love
well,
you,
hey,
Misty.
you
Love you
guys have a
guys.
good night. Love you guys too. Have a good
Good
night. We'll see you
night.
guys tomorrow.
Thank you
I'm sure.
guys for
Good
coming
night.
on. I appreciate it.
All right.
Yes.
All right, my man.
See y'all
See you,
tomorrow.
Jim.
All
Love
right.
you,
Thank
Jim.
you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Misty. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.